A lot of chasing, a lot of tackling.
3-2-1 then, Gary, for our round 13 fixture, brought to us by 3 Right Kimmo.
Oh, look, I can't go past her today for number 3. I know I can start with number 1, but number 3, she was a standout today after the session she had, absolutely led from the front. The work rate was incredible, so I do a 3 days. You've got to go with Matilda Hasty too, because she started with 4-9 up and set them on fire. 4 goals in the first quarter. It's going to be a game over, and she's coming. I could have picked 3 or 4 players for number 1, 2, Oak. But I'm going to give the winner Ben Nugent. I thought she played extremely well. She got the footy out of the centre. She's prepared to run and carry. You look at her and you look at her with poker. The one on either side.
Certainly would be. So congratulations to Emma Pittman with 3 votes for today. Not only is she the best player on the ground, but she's also the coach for the Latrobe Demons. 2 Matilda Hayes with 5 goals, 1, and 1 to the Mia Nugent, who played across midfield throughout the course of today's proceedings. We hope you've enjoyed the round 13 fixture from the Latrobe Recreation Ground. And the Latrobe Demons will host
welcome everyone to the Latrobe Recreation Ground, and we welcome to the ground for 300 NWFL.
We'll be back shortly.
Show the
round 13 of the NWFL Women's round 13 fixture between the Latrobe Demons hosting the East Devonport.
Then what are you going to pick? Yeah, you could have win.
What was that?
Early part, we want to run in.
No.
We're out there in the footy forward.
Yeah.
Still do that too.
Good game. Good contest.
Obviously, the other joint.
So what else do you do besides the camera work?
This is basically what I do from home, I guess. Well, I run my own business, so I work with businesses doing their social media content and videos.
So you do all that campaign stuff?
Yeah, probably. I did it for it last time. But yeah, I work with like a few construction companies and things like that. Yeah.
I see you running that campaign card.
Yeah, blame me, yeah. He knows he needs like video campaign stuff, but he also just hates promoting himself, like, and all that. But some people out there love talking about themselves. I was shopping last week, people streaming at 30. And you can't really, you have to just shoot through the window. Yeah, and it got dark. I'm starting to see the reflection, so I have to actually. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how the flowers
Yeah.
So it's the same bird.
Yeah. Everyone's a lighting situation.
Yeah, because you get this work on thing and see how important it is,
Yeah.
The last couple of 3 rounds, where the ladder is, and then who's going to finish third, really. I don't know whether Burnley will get knocked out of second, Burnley last, and Burnley Devonport, Burnley Latrobe. That could be knocked out. England beating today. I wouldn't have thought so. I wouldn't have thought they'd beat Latrobe,
Welcome wherever you are to the Devonport Memorial Oval here at Latrobe Recreation Ground between the round 13 fixture of the NWFL senior men's competition between Latrobe Demons and the East Devonport Swans. Latrobe Demons currently sitting in 5th position with 7 wins to their name, and they are joined also by Ulverston and Wynyard in 3rd and 4th position up against the East Devonport Swans, yet to register a win in season 2026. Ball comes down from the bowler, and East Devonport are getting their hands on it early, Gary.
Yep, got it out.
Inside forward 50, they're kicking to the left of screen. For those of you that have just joined us, Lockie Warren there goes lateral, finds the target. That might be Woodcock. He comes back from where it came and then finds Josh Ponting. Ponting's handball right in behind his teammate there in flag. Goes back and gets it, gives it off to Shearer. Shearer now. Back to Warren, back to Ponting. Hasn't moved, has it?
Yeah, the East Devonport players a bit sore there.
Yeah, that's Lane Taylor. They're all gone wide. They've used the full side of the ground. The full side of the ground. That's Weeks going short to Rushton.
Oh.
Gives it to Woodcock, who goes inside forward 50.
Oh, good grab.
Mark. That's young Freshney.
Yep, good grab.
And been a sharpshooter this year, Gary?
Yeah, no, he's a tall boy. I was down there on the concrete earlier on. He walked past. He is a tall lad. He's going to be turning into a great footballer if he keeps it up. Hopefully he starts his account off really well. Wasn't Latrobe prepared to use the whole ground there in that little bit of play?
Yeah, been smart, holding their width.
Yep.
And then utilising it well with the ball, their skills.
Oh.
And he lays back on it a little bit. Yep. And unfortunately, it goes through for one behind. So not the best of starts for Jack, even though it was a good mark. But that's registering the first score of the game.
East are going to have to be on their toes, Xavier, because Latrobe are really quick on moving the ball around. So,
ball in the hands now of Moore.
Oh, that's courageous.
Yeah, he's gone back inside there. There's Rushton with his hands on the foot. He goes across the body. He gets the right bounce. Might bounce through.
Oh,
getting his hands on it right at the last minute there was Laycock. So Reece Laycock for a rush behind. So that's the first for the Demons. So bringing the ball back in at the Swans.
well done.
Jumping in, Jack Goss. We'll have a shot from around about 40 metres out, directly in front. No wind to speak of, Gary.
No.
Beautiful sunshine.
It should be a goal from there. It was a really kick of low percentages going into that centre corridor, 40 metres out, 1 on 3 or 4.
Just close to the man on the mark. But he's hit it sweetly. So Jack Goss, sorry. Was it?
No, where have you got him?
Oh, my apologies. Who was it? Oh, I think not Jack Goss. I was looking at East Devonport.
Wait till he turns. We'll pick him up here in a minute. He's running back through to half back, is he?
Yeah, it was number 2. Was it?
Number 2. Yeah, it is number 2. Who was he? Robertson.
Joseph Robertson was the reason why is because we've had him down as number 34. So Joseph Robertson gets the first goal.
Yep.
So my apologies. So Robertson kicks the goal as the ball goes inside forward 50 for the East Devonport Swans after the ball up. Demons able to repel. Ball in the hands of Robertson, but the free kick's been given away, and it's going to Jacob Hayes. Hayes brings the ball back in. That's not a good looking kick, unfortunately, and it's been taken there by Donald. Donald goes further afield, finding Woodcock, been prominent early. Goes wide, Lockie Warren, good player, Lockie Warren. Well, great physique.
They're spreading the opposition here, aren't they, with pace?
Indeed. Comes to Nathaniel Triffett, throws it onto that trusty left boot of his
well
up towards half forward, but chipping in and taking the mark was Goss. That was Jack Goss this time. He goes further afield, finds his teammate. They're on the far side of the ground. Kick, chipped off again by Nathaniel Triffett. Just chipping in front of East Devonport.
Good kick.
Good support there by Alex Lee, letting him to come back with the flight of the football. Kick out towards Goss. He gives it across to Shearer. That's not a good kick, unfortunately. And I think it might have gone through off the pack. Can you believe that's Dutchy Holland out there, Gary?
Yeah, saw him and said hello earlier on. He's a replica of his dad, isn't he? There's no doubt about that.
And I'll tell you a little story about Dutchy a bit later on. Good tackle being applied by Will Shearer. You would have felt the full force of that young Jacob Brown.
So what do you got on Dutch? I saw him take a mark down at Penguin last week in the mud. He's still got the ability.
Well, the story is about Penguin, actually. This is the old ground, Gary, way back when. And I happened to be playing at South Launceston, and I was doing one of my early intern pracs up on the northwest coast. And I went and trained with the Devils. And the Devils were trained then by Toby O'Connor and David Cashin, along with Terry Owens and company.
Oh, here's
Jack Rushton. Rushton kicks the ball towards Freshney. Touching Holland almost there. He's in good nick too, isn't he?
He is.
The ball goes out of bounds from the contest. Anyway, so I went to training with the Tassie Devils counterparts, and we were down in front of the old change rooms, Gary, underneath that only light that worked down there. And for the week, a couple of weeks, out to Rushton, across to the 300 gamer. That's Sean McCrossan.
Well done, Sean.
And Sean McCrossan gets his first.
Followed the ball in and come out to the boundary side to him with a great handball. And what a start for the 300 gamer in Sean McCrossan. We'll go back to Dutchy with you, Xavier.
Oh, yeah, no, I think it's more important than 300 gamer.
Incredible, Sean. I mean, Sean's one of 3 players at Latrobe in recent times to reach this 300 game milestone and basically becomes a life member of the league. And this is a tremendous effort for one club to have 3 players, and all those players are still really, really active in the Latrobe Footy Club. So whatever they do up here at Latrobe, they've got something in the water to make them stay.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. He spent a year, I think, at East Devonport at one point.
Played a few games at East, but his mainstay's been Latrobe, and he's finding his way, to finish here at Latrobe, which is excellent.
Lee down to Ponting to Woodcock.
Oh, here
it's
he
now
is.
going to Dutchy
Here he
Holland
is.
over the top. And that was a walk in the park for the young man. He's turning into a senior citizen. There's Dutchy Holland.
You're a bit hard on him, I reckon, because he still moves like an 18-year-old.
I know he does. Talking about that, he would have been 17 or 18 at the time, maybe even younger. But he rang rings around me, Gary. I reckon we did. I couldn't catch him for the life of me. That night, those training sessions were the hardest training sessions I think I've ever done in my life.
You was training with absolutely superstars back in those days, Xavier.
There was some... Yeah, he was unbelievably good.
Yeah.
Very good, in particular below his knees, obviously. But he's just hard.
Yep.
And like his dad, great work ethic. And obviously that's continuing on now, so...
Yeah, no, just strong. I can give you a story about his dad later on.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that. So Ponting out to Woodcock. Woodcock comes in board this time.
They're using the ball so much. It's just incredible. Latrobe.
Yeah.
Using the ball well.
Warren received it from Watling.
Oh, that's probably the first. I mentioned that, and that's the first turnover.
And who's that, Brown? Or was that a free kick?
50.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, so just in the way. It was a Latrobe player. So East Devonport will bring the footy forward. Oh, geez, right smack bang in the middle of the...
It wasn't a big 50 either.
No,
Just would have got him out the other side, wouldn't
anyway, Moore's got the footy now.
Oh.
He gives it off to his teammate there, and Laycock. Laycock's in a bit of trouble. Kick wasn't great. Getting back and helping out. That was Watling again off the ground. They win the footy back to East. That came through the services of Briggs. The ball hasn't gone much further from where he was. And we're going to get a ball up.
Ball up in the sand.
Yeah. Centre wing position, far side of the ground.
Yeah, no, Kim Holland, I was the ruckman, scrawny bloke I was in a rep game one day, and Kim was my rove, and I don't reckon, apart from the couple of roves I had at Penguin, just an incredible player, Kim Holland. Unbelievable player. Oh, here he is, Holland! Oh, look, I was just about to say his dad could do anything, and here he's up over the back of the pack, pulls it in one arm, and rolls it down onto the left shoulder.
Yeah, wow. Touchy Holland. So,
unbelievable.
He's the youngest of three, isn't he?
I'm not 100% sure.
I think Josh is the youngest of the three.
Just imagine had them all out there playing footy like he's got another one.
And who's coaxed him back in? I know he played, obviously, a bit of time up in North Launceston. But with Joshy Ponting and also Alex Lee and company, so
it's just the network, I suppose. Latrobe, when the opportunity comes, and they were scratching for a few players here a week or two ago with the injuries and everything else, and that great network and what Latrobe does really well is hold on to players, and they come back and play footy.
Yeah, I thought he'd retired a few years ago.
Why would you?
No, well, that's right, indeed. So, leading goal scorer. Oldest man out on the ground. Lee tries to get it down to Ponting. Working through was Storm. Oh, that's around the head, surely. That's a free kick, and that was given away by Robertson.
He went to Taylor.
Yeah. Inside 450. Yeah, it was a bit high. So the free kick will go to Watley.
Yeah, some crude tackles here in the last couple of seconds.
No love lost last time these two teams have met. Well, usually it's on Good Friday, isn't it, Gary?
Yes, it is. Yeah,
so that was Wicks that gave that away. Oh, stepping, getting around. Number 36, I think that was. Was it by Belchambers? Might have been right at Belchambers.
Right up.
Down the back there. Out to McCrossan. Rushton. Goes to Ponting.
Oh, here he goes, the champ. Great handball. Didn't quite hit his chest.
It comes back to McCrossan. He'll go across his body. He'll have his second on the board. No. So the veteran.
They didn't make the most of the opportunity there in the finish because it was free flowing, and a handball to ground basically allowed East to come in and create that pressure.
Game on Good Friday, Gary. much of a contest?
No, it was sort of no.
No, similar to what we're seeing today?
Yep.
Ball in the hands now of Bloor. Not sure what to kick to. Decides to go down the line.
He's just kicking to the packs.
Yeah, no mark. Unable to be taken. Endeavour's there by the young Swans.
When the situations like that is whether they can stretch the opposition out and change direction of the ground and use the other side, or some run on, some handballs forward, just to create so they don't have to kick to the packs. Alex Lee will always be parking somewhere. It's going to be very difficult to beat him in them sort of situations.
I see a free kick.
So there's not a lot of movement to go to, is there?
Not at the moment. So down the line, it's 2-on-1. Got pushed into it. That was Bloor. Knocks the ball forward. It's a little Latrobe though. They feed it out by hands over to Rushton. That kick goes to Triffett on his non-dominant side. Swans dive on it. They're in trouble here. That's across the shoulder, surely. And the big fella getting up now. That's Smith. Will receive the free kick. Hands it. Yeah, goes wide to Ponting.
Open.
Finds the target. Warren. Shot on goal.
Good goal. No, off to the side, was it?
No,
it's a
straight
goal.
through the middle, mate.
Good goal, Lockie
So
Warren.
Lockie Warren on the run. The vice-captain gets his first. And it's been a pretty dominant start by the Latrobe Demons here in round 13 fixture at Latrobe Recreation Ground. They'll be up by over 30 points.
Yeah, that was a little bit too easy, Xavier. I think, again, playing too far off the man, leaving Ponting on his own too often. I would probably now think of, let's pick a player out and say your job now is to slow Ponting down. Let's bring him, let's make his work rate lift. He's having it pretty easy at the moment. But when you see loose players, loose forwards in around that 50-metre line and no defensive work on them, it's going to be pretty open for Latrobe.
5-4 plays yet to
Good
score.
tap out.
Yeah, straight down to Ponting. Ponting gave the footy up though, and away go the Swans. We got the opportunity here. That's around the neck, surely. Yep, says the umpire. The free kick is taken by young Leo Wicks.
Yep, we got a well done.
Good kick. Hits his target.
Moore, isn't it? Going to line up. Or is it Phoebe Mitchell? No.
No, that's young Will Laycock.
Yeah, Reese.
So Laycock will have the opportunity. We're right behind him here. No wind to speak of. Maybe a little bit of left to right.
Put it through the middle, Reese.
He holds it out to the left. It does come back, but just not enough.
Not enough.
So that's their first score of the game. And they'll need to take whatever opportunities are presented to them, Gary.
Yep. Yeah, no, it was a good bit of good footy. It was clean footy. They kept possession of the ball from the free kick. Just got to try and get it through the middle of big sticks.
Triffett, Warren.
Woodcock on his own.
Triffett again. Use of the body by McCrossan out the back. Younger brother of Trent, Froggy, kicks the ball off the ground. Older statesman in this Latrobe side. Goes to get the football back. That's Walker as well, competing on the ground level. And they're able to release. That comes through Jacob Brown by the Swans.
Good
out
tackle.
wide. Good tackle on Robertson.
Yep.
Sees him get the free kick. And that'll go to Jacob Hayes.
Come on.
I need to move the ball a little bit more quickly.
That's where they've got to get these options. Someone's got to come past him. There's room there for a person to run in and take a short and then break the line.
Mark there by Ponting. Size differential, quite obvious. Finds Lockie Warren. He's got the ball on a string. I don't think anyone's directly opposing him at the moment.
No.
Free kick being given away by East Devonport. Far side. Not looking at the football. Kicking board. Goes towards the target. That being Freshney. Just trying to knock the ball forward with the Demons, and I think we're going to get a boundary throw in.
Freshney created a good contest there. I thought he must have had the second bite, but he held the ball on and for a young boy, he's coming along in leaps and bounds.
He does a bit of work on the ship.
Yeah.
Spirit of Tasmania, so in the times he can't get to training, he's regularly not at training because of that.
He'd have to do some laps of the Spirit. He'd be right with the new one, he will be.
Well, we get plenty of fresh air, there's no doubt about that.
Probably the last 3 or 4 weeks he might have got a lot of rock and rolling too, I reckon.
Yeah, absolutely. That might be good for the metabolism too, Gary. Out down to Joshy Ponting. Up towards Freshney, good contest. Who's going to be there? Well, guess who it is? It's Sean McCrossan. That's his second. And the older statesman for the Latrobe Demons. Both got 2 apiece, Joshy Holland and now Sean McCrossan, 300 gamer. Also played at Devonport, I think, in the old statewide league.
He did a handful of games. I had the list in my pocket, but I'll give it to someone else. He's coming off for a spell. Sean, you want to stay there and make the most of it? No, again, making the most of the opportunities and being a busy player, not standing around, up and about. You know, always on the jog, always on the move. And when the opportunity's there, off the ground, bang, goal.
6-4, 40 plays at 1 behind. We have played almost 18 minutes into the first term.
You've got some talent in the middle there now. You've got Warren, Holland, Ponting and Jake Smith.
So Smith gets it down. Holland provides some support. And they give it a ball out to Ponting. Ponting to Woodcock. It's like this is well set up. Look at that. Lockie Warren. Must smell or something.
Yep.
Kick, no, not that great. Target was supposed to be Freshney. And they release through Appleby and Taylor.
Off
to
the
Swans.
ground.
Off the ground again. Well done by the boys. They bring it towards centre half forward, but it's all Demons there. Ponting again.
Warren.
Out towards Warren. Yeah, it's a bad smell around here.
Yep.
Good kick.
Good kick, that one.
Yeah, that's a ripper. That was a grass burner. There's no doubt about that.
And Warren's covering the ground like a true centreman at the moment. He's playing inside the arcs at 50 to 50 and absolutely everywhere. So when there's a ball, you need that link person. Warren's the one.
Young Kieran Walker on the end of this. He was a highlight reel early in the rep game, Gary.
Yeah. He's quite a lump of a boy. He's got a lot of talent.
Generally a good kick. And this is no exception.
Well done, boy.
So Kieran Walker gets his first. The Saints go out, the Demons go out to their 7th. So they'll be 7-4. 1 behind for the East Devonport Swans.
It was great to see the players like Kieran Walker get that opportunity in the under-19 rep game down at Dial Park, and they stood up unbelievably well, and I hope to see more of that happen in the future for that age bracket.
Alex Lee coming back onto the ground, taking the he's replacing Daniel Freshney. Not Daniel Freshney.
Jack
Freshney, yeah. Wouldn't be surprised to see Daniel walk out here, by the way.
He's down here somewhere. I think he's down here on the... Is he?
Good follow-up tackle from the tap there by Jade Smith.
Free kick there.
He's given away the free kick. So something happened in the middle of the ground. Not quite sure what it was. Free kick will go to Moore. So the vice-captain is trying his heart out for the Swans. He kicks towards centre half forward. No one able to take the mark. Russians at the front and centre.
Well done, Rushton.
Oh, might have given away the football there. He dives back on it. Trying to get their hands and feet to it was Bloor. Comes back out to Wicks across the body. Top of the goal square. No one able to take the mark. Tall Demons. Ponting now. They use that well. Feeds it back to his teammate in Flack. Goes wide. They bring it back in. Smith being the target. Gives it back to Ponting. Ponting goes further wide, and that's Triffett. Touches it before it goes out of bound. And we will have a boundary throw in.
Again, Xavier, from that kick out of half back from East, again, there was no movement. Nobody attempted to come past and receive a handball to be run and carry the ball another 20 or 30 metres. It's kick and kick to packs.
Big thump down by East Devonport. Warren knocks over the boundary umpire at the same time. And gets the ball handed to her by Josh Ponting. We'll get another boundary throw in up against Ackley there. So Ackley.
One of the oldest players on the ground also, wouldn't he? Simon?
Yeah, it would be. Lees beats him this time just for his size. Goes towards Ponting's, pulled off the ball. Doesn't have the footy in his hand, so he will receive the free kick. Gets the ball back now, then hands it, guess who too? Lockie Warren. That's his 30th, and we haven't even played a quarter of footy.
Oh, gee, that was a good kick too.
Yeah, should have taken the mark.
Yep.
And that was Walker. They release, goes via Appleby, then out to Moore. Moore goes wide. That target, no, unfortunately, not been hit, and that's been Bloor.
It was unlucky there for a little bit of from East. I was out and in the open there. Could have easily got the ball. When they have the ball, they look okay. It's from that standing start. They've got to get more motivation into what they want to do. Create some space, some pace. Move the ball quick.
It's very similar dimensions too to their home ground.
Yep.
Latrobe to Girdleston Park. Rushton.
Oh, good pass.
To Trifford. Jack, that was. Kicked there by Scott, inside forward 50, going back, taking the mark. That was good courage by the young man. Surely he was called into it there by Dutchy Holland. And the mark has been taken by Mr. Bell Chambers.
Ryder Bell Chambers.
So he's going to have a nice shot on goal here.
Bell Chambers was a synonymous name through the Ulverston ranks years ago.
Was indeed. Just hangs it out to the right. Slow back on a little bit. So that's their 5th.
Just couldn't you imagine being young Ryder down there as a youngster, and you've got blokes like Dutchy Holland around behind you, talking to you and backing you up, give you unbelievable confidence.
Would indeed. And that's a poor kick. Goes straight into Ponting. Ponting goes short. Walker will have the opportunity to have a shot on goal. Chooses not to. Selfless. And hits the target about 20 metres further forward, and that might be Trifford, and that'll be Jack. So Jack will now have the opportunity to kick the goal. So, brother of Nathaniel.
East have got to lift their intensity here and just be completely on song. That's a good goal.
Yep. So left footers are the boys. So that's his first, and that's their 8th. So they go to 8-5. Plays one behind.
Just got to get their mind functioning at 100% and just continually on the move to make sure they man up when they haven't got the footy. No walking, just on the move all the time.
52 points the margin, and we have yet to play 25 minutes into the first term. So this is going to be a percentage booster indeed for the Latrobe Demons.
And when you look at that, if they hadn't dropped the game last week at Penguin, would have put them up.
Would have put them into almost second position.
Yeah. And Bernie's probably got the hardest run home. Yeah,
they've got some stronger teams in the last 3 rounds, there's no doubt about that. And I was talking to Binga Lee about that last week, and he's actually happy and excited about that, because that means that they will be in good form, hopefully, heading into the finals.
Yeah, you want to be playing the best sides coming into finals. That was good effort by Moore.
So Lee gets the tap down. Ponting hands it to Triffett. Goal scorer before. That's his second. And, well,
East need the siren to blow and then come in and regroup and absolutely get back out there with a different attitude of what they've got at the moment and learn to work harder as a team.
6 different goal kickers for the Latrobe Demons, and they've got a bit of time up their sleeve, Gary, because they've kicked 9. So we'll have a few more minutes yet, I would imagine.
Yeah. They'll be like the last quarter in the rep game in Hobart, Xavier. We thought was home and hosed at 28, 29 and 30, went 33.
Tap down by Lee, out to Warren. Warren goes to Woodcock. Woodcock kicks it. Triffett was the target, unable to get there. Good mark, though, will be taken by Warren.
Free kick off the ball, wasn't it?
Given away. So Lane Taylor takes the free kick. That was by Lee. So he goes wide, finds Moore. Moore's kick.
Found him.
Yeah, good.
Oh, good football.
There it is. Goes by hand to Taylor. So Tars Taylor kicks the ball long, but it unfortunately hits the behind post. And we're going to get a boundary throw in. So possibly a better result for the East Devonport Swans if it wasn't going to be on target.
It did, but they created a bit of speed with their quick hands out and no defensive back there from Latrobe. Could have easily been a goal.
And a good mark there by McPherson.
Yep.
Comes down, though, this time to Ponting. Ponting goes wide. They feed the ball further afield. They're up to centre wing now. Tall boy hands. Oh, wow, this is a training drill. Joshy Holland. He's got Freshney short. Now he's going to go towards the goal square. Freshney over the back.
Yep.
And he will take it. That was, again, good running patterns by young Jack Freshney there. Forwards, backwards. Dutchy then set the ball up for him. Told him where he wanted him to be.
Yeah, no, he should make this into a goal because it was really well held up by Dutchy. And young Jack moved backwards and forwards, zigzagged around and still created himself a little bit of space. Can he kick as straight as you, X?
I think it'll be straighter than me, Gary. That's as straight as you can get. Straight up and down. Well, there we go. We put the mods on him.
Takes a lot of talent at the post.
It certainly does. Especially on a day like today. Where there is no wind, that's a poor kick in by Devonport.
Just a metre too wide.
So, kick will be taken now by Alex Lee. He goes short. Joshy Ponting. So he's going to be having a shot on the siren at the 28-minute mark. So 9-6-60. 9-6-60. Plays one behind, so 59 points the margin. Based off this kick, could be further. So Joshy Ponting, he'll be kicking from just inside 50. All these Devonport boys have gone down to the goal square. It's going to be close, Gary. No, they're able to stop it from getting through.
He's got his hand up, Ponting thinks he's got a score, but I don't think he's talked him into it.
No. And it's the score at quarter time. 9 goals, 6-60. Latrobe Demons. One behind the East Devonport Swans, so it's 59 points the margin at quarter time. Goal kickers, before we get some better players from both sides, there's going to be a plethora coming out of Latrobe. 2 to Josh Holland, Sean McCrossan and Jack Triffett. Single goal kickers, Kieran Walker, Joseph Robertson and Lockie Warren for the Latrobe Demons. Unfortunately, as of yet, East Devonport have yet to register a goal scorer. Some of the better players, Gary Carpenter.
Look, it's a bit like the women's game. Latrobe are completely at present, lacking a pressure from the East Devonport players, and Latrobe are running on their own basically whenever they get the footy. How many possessions is Ponting going to pick up today? I wonder if we had stats here, what he'd have at present. It's just incredible, this guy's work rate, work ethic. And he takes a fair bit of flack and he doesn't respond. He just goes about getting the footy back on with hands and foot. Incredible. He's going unbelievably well. Lockie Warren just running through that centre corridor of the ground, standing out like nothing and getting the ball at ease and using it. Triffett up forward. There's so many of them. Bailey Woodcock, McCrossan, a couple of goals. Holland with his couple of goals. Kieran Walker stood out a little bit there, and young Freshney. They're everywhere. There's not a lot of work for the backman to do at the moment. Even Rushton picks it up close and whips that handball out. I think Easter, they've got to come up and they've got to be absolutely, in their own mind, individually, they've got to beat their opponent, or at least create that contest and come out with that attitude. We're not going to let them have it easy. The first 4 or 5 minutes looked okay, and then it's run away with Latrobe doing what they like. So it'll be interesting to see how they go.
Dylan Moore being the better player for the East Devonport.
Yeah, I think so. It's tough. It's hard going because they're not working as a team. They're not sharing the footy around. They're not making one another run and be accountable, and they need to do that. So you're individualised. And Dylan, I like young Lane Taylor. I like him. He's a tall boy. He's up against great odds today, and there's some good kids there, but they've got to work as a team. Got to share the workload, Xavier.
They certainly do. And they've got a task ahead of them after that first quarter. 59 points to margin, 9-6-60 Latrobe Demons, one behind to the East Devonport Swans. In the other game, because we've got a split round this weekend, Gary, over the course of these 2 weekends, Bernie Dockers a 5-10-40, leading the Penguin 2 Blues 3-5-23, so by 17 points at quarter time. So at the moment. It's the status quo when it comes to the NWFL senior men's ladder, and so Burnie will then put themselves within striking distance of Devonport at the top of the table.
Have we got an Alverson and Smithson score down?
No, that's next weekend because they don't play until the 25th of July, and then Circular Head take on Wynyard the same.
I'm confused too then on this round at the end of this too. There was arguing yesterday on the radio on that they was on. Yeah, true.
We're going to take a quick break at quarter time here for the round 13 fixture from Latrobe Recreation Oval, the home of Darryl Baldock, where we see by 59 points at the moment Latrobe Demons showing their authority over the Eastern Port Swans. Well, I'm going to jump on the bike.
See where it needed.
I mean, do they do it so that they get it?
Nah, not
Okay.
I'll try to.
Today. Well, I didn't know it was Welcome back for the start of the second quarter, where we see Latrobe Demons hosting the Eastern Port Swans. Away they go again. Triffett to Rushton. Rushton goes towards Freshney, getting on to the football. That was McCrossan across his body. Holland follows up, tries to feed it back, gives it to Freshney. He's wrapped up in the tackle. That should be rewarded. No. Picked up by Holland. He goes back, gives it to, I think that's Walker, across the body.
Left footer. Yeah.
That's a good kick. That's a great goal by the young man.
It is too. The last time I saw him play, I think he kicked 3-2. He's got a great left foot on him.
And they take the margin out to 65 points now. So that's 10-6 to 66 to 1 behind. So great start by Latrobe Demons early in the second term.
Even though that Lee didn't win that ball out, it's just hit the ground, and at the school level, Latrobe there with Ponting and Rushton and the likes still win the footy. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. They've got to play hard and hard on their opponent, East Devonport.
Ball back into the middle.
Let's watch it, see what Lee does this time. It'll come out here wide towards us.
Up against Ackley. Lee, straight over the top. Triffett, will he receive the free kick?
Yep.
He will. And gives it back. And that's 50 metres. And that was given away by Laycock. Oh, there's play on. There's confusion reigning everywhere here. goes to Ponting. Ponting goes to Freshney. And he must have called advantage.
Yeah,
I would have thought it was 50.
he's probably calling 50. Then the player elected to play on, didn't he? I'd say. I couldn't see up the corner of the wall.
So Jack Freshney with his third opportunity. This
He
time
got that through.
he gets it there. And he has 1 goal, 2 to his name. Margin is now out to 71 points in favour of the Demons.
Kept that really low. Looked like it could have been touched on the line, but he's got a 6-pointer to his name, Jack. So he's presenting himself well up here in the forward line at present, giving them a target to kick the footy to. I'm not 100% sure what happened there. Again,
Ball out to Warren. Warren now to Triffett.
oh, good tackle.
Good tackle. Not rewarded. That must be a little bit disconcerting for the East Devonport players. So that was Moore that did that.
Yeah, no, good tackle.
Yeah, on Shearer too. Shearer doesn't like any of that physical stuff. That's his bread and butter. So high contact, coming back to Ponting. So he goes inboard. Finds target, that's been Triffett. God, he's got a plethora of options up front. Goes wide. Target being McCrossan. Jumping in and getting his fist on it was Phoebe. Taking it away. That was McPherson. Goes a sky-high kick back towards the centre of the ground. Woodcock gets it down to Donald. Donald's kick goes wide. He finds, I think that might be Walker out wide. Good kick inboard. And there's the young full forward, Gary.
Yep, there's the tall boy again, the beanpole. Young Jack Freshney let out and took that dive into his ground. It was a beautiful kick into him, right dead smack bang in front. He's going to be 40 plus metres out kicking, but he's got the leg to get this through. He's just got to get the accuracy. He could finish up with a bag for today if he keeps presenting like that.
Very deliberate in his approach. Hasn't quite made the distance. And the mark has been taken by the
Oh, no, it's
smallest
over
man
the
on
line.
ground. And now that's on. I look at the replay here, Gary. I'm not so sure about that, but
Yeah, they've called it. Yep, no.
I've called it back. They're conferring.
Yep.
And it is going to be one behind. We're just looking at the replay. The replay shows him taking the mark in front of them. In front. Anyway.
Play on.
It is indeed. So that went to Freshney. So Freshney's now got 1 goal, 3 to his name. Ball towards centre wing position. Laycock under pressure there from Triffett. Good tackle being applied by Bloor. That's on Triffett. And the umpire says we'll have a boundary throw-in. Looks a little bit pasty.
Yeah.
There's Joshy Ponting.
I think he works too hard. The sun doesn't catch him, I reckon. That's the problem. He's never standing still long enough to get sunburnt.
Tapped down by Lee. He was looking for Rushton. Getting his boot to ball was Inawali. Surely that's a free kick given away by Robertson. According to the umpire, that's not. I would have thought Laycock's unlucky. Rushton now has the ball in hand. He's looking for Warren. Was a bit confused about what to do. He's under pressure. Good tackle been applied, and that's going to be rewarded. And so young Shipton will receive the free kick.
Well done, young fella. Come on, players, just get back on the job of playing footy. Don't worry about what the umps are doing.
Cooper Shipton up towards the full forward line.
Here we go.
Over the back. Oh, I had an opportunity. Bloor lost the footy. He's running into an open goal. Well, the free kick has been given by the umpire, and it's going the way of East Devonport, I think. It is. And looks like it might be for a trip. So Inawali will get the opportunity to put the first major on the board for the East Devonport Swans.
Yeah, I think the way the umpire signalled, he put his hand down to his leg, so I imagine it was a trip.
Well, it's an interesting approach.
Yeah. Oh, unlucky.
And Gary.
He went sideways when he was running in, but
reminds me of a big stretch last night for the Adelaide Crows. So, interesting. Nonetheless, you wouldn't have thought that two people in the same game would be able to hit that same woodwork with no wind. So, anyway, the ball's in the hands of Ponting. Good mark there by Robertson, just chipping in.
Well handled so far. Oh, this is confidence.
Mark,
this is confidence.
Yeah, Shearer. Well, it's a great opportunity too for them to be able to see how they go in using the football like this. Woodcock goes wide. They share it around, running off half-back, inside forward 50.
Good take.
Good mark. Yeah, that reminded me of?
Yep.
That reminded me of McGurk.
Good take. Full stretch. Highest point.
Good kick in too there by Perry, honouring the lead by young Freshney.
This would be very annoying for East. So no matter how hard you work, the confidence rate of Latrobe at the moment, the way they're moving the footy, is so high. So no matter what you do, they're going to find a short somewhere.
Kick doesn't quite have the distance nor the accuracy. East Devonport try to get it through. Pack develops. We'll have a ball up.
And there's probably not an answer out there East can change from the bench or anywhere at the moment because of that rate that Latrobe are moving the ball, and it's quick. They keep the speed on. They move with foot and hand.
They get the ball wide. He comes back to Latrobe.
That's one man that needs
Lockie
manning up,
Warren.
though.
Yep.
It's a great goal.
That's his second.
Great goal.
Yep. No real good ball use there by East Devonport. Unfortunately, you need to use the boundary there in order to be able to cover your tracks if you're going to release it.
Yeah. And I think probably East have got to sacrifice a player here and say, okay, your job now is to pull Warren down, no more.
Yeah, young Leadham, little bit over assured with what he was trying to do, bring the ball back in towards the corridor from deep in defence, not the best of alternatives, especially when you've got players the calibre of Warren sitting at the top of the 50-metre arc there. So, anyway, tap down by Lee. Moore gets, in fact, there might have been Storen, gets the handball out. Ponting dives on top of it. It's going nowhere. We're going to have a ball up. Wing position. On the Terry White Ken Mart scoreboard, 77 points the advantage, 12-7 plays, 2 behinds.
Well done.
Moore feeds it back out to Storen. 2 vice-captains working hard. The kick's going to find the boundary. No, Ponting's there first.
He was
Doesn't get it.
Waiting for Lasso too, wasn't he? Over the top.
Yeah, he's got the opportunity. He shares it and gets the free kick. So the free kick will be downfield. No, the free kick will be downfield, young man. So Wick should take the free kick.
Yep. Come on.
Yeah.
It's not placed.
So Shearer. Oh, the umpire's calling for him to go back. What is going on there? Anyway, ball's in the hands of Perry. Perry goes wide. Dutchy Hollands on the end of it. Goes short. Yep, to Freshney.
The players around young Leo there, Xavier, should have been talking to him and telling him what to do and what was going on. He lost 10 or 15 metres. Yep. And then to go backwards in towards the corridor.
Indeed. No communication there.
No help from the teammates.
Also put a bit of that on the umpiring. I'd have to say, Gary, they weren't definitive with their decision making. Kick there by Freshney. He's through.
Yep, another one. He's in for an unbelievable day.
And that's his second of this term. He's got 2 goals, 3 to his name. He could have had 5.
Yeah. Yeah, no, probably the call wasn't defined. It was a free kick. No one went to showing where the mark was or anything, so.
No. So on the Terry White Kenmart scoreboard, we have 85 plays 2. So 13-7, 85 plays 2 behind. So 83 points to margin. We've played almost 11 minutes into the second term.
Where's Lee going to put this one? Tough for young McPherson. Yep.
Lee gets it down to Ponting. He goes short, finds Rushton. Rustin shares it with Warren. Dropped the ball, ducked his head. Goes across the shoulder. Umpire says, I'll have it. We'll have the ball up. And a great opportunity for them to be able to practice the things that they've been trying to implement in training.
It was a great day for footy, apart from the centre, and even that's drying out now. There's no moisture, no breeze to speak of. It might be going to the gate end, but the ground's in perfect condition for footy.
Straight up over the top. Ball gets held up. We'll do it all again. Braden Scott just coming back onto the ground, replacing Alex Lee. Scott gone down towards where the stoppage is. Smith gets the tap. Which way is it going? Umpire says, I'll have it back. Not sure what was going on there. What is going on there? Smith.
Same again.
Yeah, just practice training run.
Right.
Rushton, surely. It's over the shoulder. I thought he was taking on the tackler with the fend off first, Gary, and then the second one.
Yeah, did he have prior opportunity? Yeah, I thought it was the right call, but he wanted to try and break free. This young fella was disappointed in the rep game. He had to didn't take no part of the game after half time. Had severe bone bruising and was in a lot of pain. He had to go to seek medical attention.
Is this the one when down south?
Yes, and was extremely disappointed. I was talking to him before he left. He said he just absolutely gutted that he couldn't be there to help the team out.
And McCrossan picks up the scraps, kicks it back across his body.
Goal.
Is that Perry? I think it is. It's all too easy, Gary.
Yeah, that was on his non-preferred foot. Was I'm not sure.
That's his first. That's 8 goal kickers for the Latrobe Demons. Spreading it evenly across the board.
Yep. This is when you have a lot of fun as a football team, when you can share the goals around and everybody's been involved. Probably the only lonely fella at the moment is the guy stuck at full back. And it is at present. But then they'll wake up and run up the ground in the middle of the tour and have a shot at goal before long, I reckon. So.
Yeah, Mr. Weeks.
Yep.
Well, I'm sure that there'll be some movement with the magnet. Yeah, so Warren gets that from Smith. Goes wide to Triffett. Triffett to Ponting. Inboard, freshly over the back, unable to take the mark. Ball comes to ground. They get to feed it out. Perry using his weight. Ball goes up and down in front of Scott. No one able to take the mark. Scott's just waiting there for a handball. Will he receive it? Rushton tries to go to where Scott was. And East Devonport have got the football now and come wide. Target. It's the big fella. In Wicks. Misses the football. In fact, my apologies, Bloor. Comes towards Triffett. Jack's already got 2 to his name. Shares it with Rushton on his non-dominant. No one able to take it cleanly.
Coverage. Yep, well done, East.
Well done by the East Devonport defence. They're going to release here. They're under a little.
Well done.
Some sweltering penetration here by the Demons. Good there by Wicks. Kick those, not great. Warren all by himself out towards Ponting. Turns the players inside out, comes towards Rushton. Oh, they've got players across the ground here, Gary, everywhere.
It's open
Goes
up for
inboard. Too easy. Mark is taken by Perry. See what he does here, Mitchell Perry. Wonder his name. He's looking for options. He goes short. Kick's not. Oh, is it a mark? It is. Low down by McCrossan. He goes further afield. Lands in the hands of young Watling. Are you just checking they got 18 on the ground, Gary?
I'm just seeing where they all are. You saw me out there trying to count in my mind and thinking, we haven't got players involved.
So, Harrison Watling. Not going to make the distance.
Oh,
Mark at the back, freshening, unable to get his mitts on it. He was 4 deep. East Devonport under a lot of pressure and heat. Demons forwards. They can see the kill. And they're going in for it.
Like there's intensity in the game, and when the ball's in dispute, both sides are working flat out, absolutely flat out to try and win the footy.
Smith's giving away the free kick, and taking that will be young Lane Taylor.
Right, let's push off. Let's push off, giving something to kick to.
Comes grandstand side. Not the best exponent of kicking. Comes to Laycock. His handball goes further forward. Trying to get there was Wicks. Ball goes further towards the forward half of the ground for the East Devonport Swans. Was mopped up by Ponting to Triffett. Nathaniel. Over to Watling. To Warren. Warren. Someone put a warrant out for him. Jeez, honestly. The ball goes over to Scott. Comes back to Watling. Freshney, running back.
Well done.
Open goal square. Chooses not to. Goes around the body. Jeez, that was laconic.
Has he got it?
I hope so. For his sake. And he puts it through. That's his third. And then it'll all come in this second term, Gary.
Yeah. That's incredible. What did I say about the full-back? They're all running up the ground now, lining up for those handballs coming off. Handball receives and driving it into that forward zone for Latrobe. Absolutely putting some pressure on East Devonport everywhere.
What would you do if you were the East Devonport coach, so Mr. Miles and company at the minute?
I think I'd call time, which you're allowed to do it. You're not allowed to do that in footy, but look, he can't do nothing from the bench at present. It's they are running at pace, Latrobe. They are absolutely smoking it out of them. Whenever they get the ball, there's no stopping. It's play on, it's pace, and pace is absolutely hurting East at present. By way here, though.
They are indeed, and that comes through Taylor. Inside forward, 59, able to take the mark. Sorry, mate.
Yep.
Ball goes towards the ground. Who's there? Weeks, Blake. Yeah, that's what the Sharon looks like, Blake. Yep. Good kick. Guess who he's found?
Yeah, Warren.
The man, that's right. I've got a warrant out for him.
They moved him back to half-back to give him a spell.
Poor kick. He was trying to find Watling.
He was in for 3 votes until that disposal X. He's down to -1 now.
So free kick, Lasso, East Devonport. Target. So 2-on-1, 2 Demons versus 1 Jacob Hayes for East Devonport. No one able to take the mark. Ball comes to ground. Taylor's there. Free kick's been given away, and it's going to go to Lockie Warren. Goes short. Flack. Out towards Triffett. Oh, that's out of bounds.
Yep, that's out. They've called that.
Yep.
That'd be a disappointing. That's a little bit of disappointing from Latrobe. That disposals, last couple of disposals.
Yep. So free kick.
Free kick. Come on, boys.
Hang on. What's going on? Who you called a lasso? That's confusing.
Reese.
Across the bodies, Laycock. Goal square. Unfortunately, unable to take the mark, and a behind will be the result. So,
off the hands of Ackley.
Ponting. Short. Woodcock.
Not a bad disposal.
Yeah, not great.
This is something to be upset, to annoy the coach in Ponting, seeing this with no pressure, and they're starting to turn the ball over Latrobe.
Robertson to Ponting. Ponting back to Robinson. Over to Weeks. Back to Ponting. Out wide. Mark taken. Watling goes further field. Lee. Moore. Holland gives it up to Watling. Woodcock by hand. Out to Scott. Scott to Triffett. Nathaniel variety. Open goal beckons. Poor execution by Nathaniel Triffett.
You're tough on him there. A left footer, though, normally gets those goals, don't they? So.
Yeah, well, I thought it taught him better than that. Way back when.
Good work. East Devonport bringing out the grandstand side here, and then we need to be able to find a short player. Wasn't on.
I'm not able to. Woodcock. Looking for his target. Having the shot on goal. That was Watling. So, I'm pretty sure. Was it Watling or Bill Chambers?
Bill Chambers, I think. Young Ryder again, is it?
Yeah, I think it
He's
might be.
coming off the ground, isn't he? Yep.
Yep. So Ryder Bellchambers gets his first, so he's got 1 goal, 1 to his name, and that'll be the 9th goal kicker for the Latrobe Demons.
You know, and this is a good experience for young kids like young Ryder. They might get a spot come finals time if they a game like today where they can get through it, enjoy it, have a couple of kicks on goal, create space, get players to kick the ball to them. It's nothing better for him. And come up finals, could be in the 20.
Lee follows up, gets the tap back from Ponting, goes back towards Ponting by hand. He's under a lot of pressure there from McPherson. They follow back up and they get the kick, and according to the umpire, Holland was dealt with after he got rid of the football, so it's a free kick further down the ground. Smith gives it to Watling. Watling goes further afield,
good mark
back
again.
over the top of Scott. Running back into the pack was Lockie Warren.
Got the green boots on, and you can pick him out. That was a good mark. Drifted in with a flight of the footy to a certain extent. See if he can goal it, Xavier.
Yeah, well, pretty sure that he'll put this one through, Gary. 102 points the margin currently. Make it 108. So that's his third. Sorry. Yep. So he becomes, along with Jack Freshney, the leading goal scorer for the game.
Like it's third for a mobile player that's playing off half-back through the midfield. Not a permanent forward. That's covering a lot of ground. To be able to do that. It's great fitness level, great stamina. Better do that for half a game of footy. Haven't seen him come off yet either, much for a rotation. That's one thing you notice, Xavier. Ponting does not come off for a rotation.
Yeah, that's interesting. Why would that be the case?
Well, he's so damn fit he doesn't need to. And he doesn't. I haven't seen him come off the ground the games I've seen Latrobe play.
Woodcock tried to get it. Comes back to Moore. So Moore tries to bring it back inboard. Oh, unfortunately, not a good use of the handball there by Leedon. Gives the footy up, comes in the hands of Scott. Open goals beckons, and the son of the great grandson of the great Darryl Baldock. Unfortunately, he's unable to get a major on the board, so that's his first. Margin out to 109 points now.
That was a quick,
good
throw by Lockie Warren there. Yeah. The umpire couldn't see that.
Rushton, Woodcock, Warren, Freshney.
Yeah. You know, I think we might have to bring in a new rule, and Ruckman's 2 foot shorter than Alex Lew. We have to tie one hand behind his back, I reckon, and make him work a bit harder.
Lane Taylor with the job against him at the moment.
It's a great learning experience for the young guys from East to come up against players the quality of Ponting and Lee and this type.
Not a good kick by Jack. They'll find the sanctuary of the boundary line though, off the pack. Got a boundary throw on. The Demons will be able to reset themselves.
I wonder whether his kicking style is because he's rocking and rolling on the boat too much, Xavier, on them rough crossings.
Maybe. Yeah, his equilibrium is a little bit out of whack at the moment. No doubt about that. Ball going nowhere from that contest. We'll go again. We've just hit time on in the second quarter. It's 112 plays 3, 109 points to margin. Tap down. Oh, that's good footy. And
Triffett, was it, on the left?
Might have been.
Yeah,
was
I reckon it was Jack Triffett again.
It was indeed. So Jack Triffett, that's his third. So smart use.
Yeah.
And good to use the player who's running to his dominant side of the ground.
Yeah.
For his, for kicking action, Gary.
Brought the ball over the back, basically. Give him open zone to run through. Could see, but, we used to be taught you want to see the opening of the sticks when you're having a shot for it, when you put it down to your rovers. So he was out. He was basically had the full width of the goal sticks to go through, and, done a good job on the left foot.
9 goals for this quarter to the Latrobe Demons. 9-6 in quarter number 1. Lee down to Ponting. Ponting to Rushton. Rushton tries to get the handball to Warren. Gets the handball to Scott. Scott back to Woodcock. This has put me down.
poster.
Sally, I'll lay me down, Sally, and that is a poster. So that's his first behind of the game. Now out to 116 points to being the margin. East Devonport in possession now.
Just hold possession, East Devonport.
Yeah, Sonny Leedon.
Yep. Hold possession. Well done.
Weeks going back with the flight of the football. Interesting way to get rid of it to Shearer. Shearer darts out of the contest.
Good contest.
Scott, strong in the contest. Holds his feet.
Good
Rushton,
good tackle.
And that's a great tackle there applied by Madigan. Gets his kick. Good target. Being provided there by Ackley. He's not sure what to do because of his indecision. Now East don't have any options. They go for a contest in the air. Free kick.
Free kick to Ponting.
And it's going to Ponting in the front of the contest. So he goes to Warrant. Warrant. He kicks out wide. He warrants an opposition player to go near him, to be honest. Out to Walker. Walker to Walcock. To Holland. Oh, that stretches the hamstrings. Careful, Dutchie. You know what? The car's going. And he goes short to McCrossan, the 300 gamer. So, Sean McCrossan possibly will get the last kick of the quarter. We're coming up to almost the 28-minute mark of the second term. And Sean McCrossan will be kicking from around about 40 metres.
You think about it, Xavier, if you'd have kept training with Dutchie back all those years ago, you could still be playing footy. He's going back to it.
Oh, he is too. Smart there by young Jack Freshney.
Yep.
Just allowing him to come back with the flight of the football, similar to what happened earlier in the game, and the opposite end of the ground. So, Touching Holland will now have the opportunity to have the shot on goal. Siren hasn't sounded.
He had the opportunity at Penguin last week in an absolute unbelievable contest to kick a goal from about the same spot late in the last quarter and failed. He's done the same.
Across the face.
Yep. Right, Dutchie.
Yep. Old Kim would be a little bit frustrated with that. How does he have no hair and Kim had those curly locks?
Curly locks on top.
That's it.
Could be by choice.
Good football. I still remember in the Devonport Blues day.
Yeah, no, I had the time of my life in the rep game we played together. It was just incredible.
And a quarter at half time, it's 18-11. 119. The Latrobe Demons and 3 behinds the East Devonport Swans, so they kicked 2 behinds in that quarter to take their total to 3. Whereas the Latrobe Demons, Gary, they kicked 9 goals 5 in that second quarter, 9 goals 5, so 59 points, so 119. 18-11, 119 are the Latrobe Demons. Goal kickers, 3 apiece to Lockie Warren and Jack Freshney. 2 to... Oh, and Jack Trifford, my apologies, 3 apiece. 2 to Kieran Walker and Sean McCrossan. Singles to Mitchell Perry, Joseph Robertson, Ryder Bell Chambers. I forgot to mention Joshy Holland had 2 apiece as well. So there we go. For the East Devonport, nobody's bothered the scoreboarders when it comes to the dual flags going up for the East Devonport Swans at half time. Quick synopsis of the first half, Gary, and some better players for both sides.
Look, it's quite simple. If you're watching online on TV, it's all one-way traffic here at Latrobe, and Latrobe are absolutely having a party at the moment and bringing players into the game, and you can throw a blanket over them all and you haven't got a bad one there at all. Multiple goal kickers just having a ball, and it starts up in the centre. When you're kicking goals, it goes back to the centre and starts up, of course, of Lee and Ponting and the like, and Warren and so forth, and Rushton. It's tough going for East, and I think with East what you've got to say, Xavier, is you've got to go back into the rooms and remain confident that you can do better for the second half, and basically come out and make sure you do have an impact on the game. They're working when they go to chase the footy. They're really working hard when they get there into the pack situation. They're tackling hard. They're doing all that. It just lacks a little bit of quality in that teamwork to line up with one another and move the ball out and get 3 or 4 possessions in a row. Warren's been unbelievable for Latrobe. He deserves some an opponent putting on him to see how he stand up in the last half, because I don't think he should be let run free like he is at present, because he is running it and running the game on his own. Just incredible what he's doing. But I'm impressed with these young ones, like the young tall forward coming out that's been on the spirit backwards and forward. Freshney comes out. If he can kick straight, he's a 6 or 7, 8 goal scorer of a Saturday. Bailey Woodcock stood up in that quarter. You know, and you can only keep saying it week in, week out about Ponting. Just continues to run. And his fitness level and his stamina is incredible. It's second to none. It's great to see the old fella and Josh Holland out there having a bit of fun, and he would give up that spot to let some of these young guys come in. Jack Triffett with 3 goals, steps in and out. You know, McCrossan with a couple, Mitchell Perry, but there's so many of them out there that's doing so well. It's all one way at present.
Great synopsis there from Gary Carpenter with regards to our Rain 13 fixture in the NWFL Senior Men's Competition between the Latrobe Demons and the East Devonport Swans. Quick update of around the grounds. Penguin 2 Blues and Burnie Dockers at half time at 6-12-48. The Burnie Dockers leading by 17 points to the Penguin 2 Blues 4-7-31 at Dole Park. In the representative fixture, the NTFA women have gone down by 1 behind.
Is that all? Gee, that's incredible. That shows you how close the women's competition is in the state.
Yeah, 5-9-39 the NTFA, 6-4-40 the SFL. And in the men's competition, we will just get an updated score. And currently, I think they're into the third quarter. They are.
Oh, they're game on.
10 minutes in. Yep, and it is 10-7, 67 the NTFA, leading the SFL 8-6-54. Notice there were some changes to the NTFA side that played against the NWFL, Gary.
I reckon if we got any control on football at the time, Pibbs, we should blow the siren now and let the sound go back behind, because that would hurt them. That would absolutely hurt Dave.
Yes.
Dave, if you're listening, mate, I reckon you better go and get your boots and put them on, because it's a long trip back to Hobart if the NTFA beats you, man. Let me tell you.
Yeah, and just remind Nick Probert he's actually from up northwest. Ladies and gents, if you're looking forward to seeing some AFL Taz live stream, feel free to join us for the second half between Latrobe Demons and East Devonport Swans in the NWFL Round 13 fixture here from Latrobe Recreation Ground, brought to you by Terry White Chem Mart.
There was a few from out of the NTFA. We're all trying. He won't get the job next week.
We have now.
I've been, was he full time with the last one or just an assistant? No, Bear had it last one.
No, this one. No, he does one.
But he needs to oversee all the coaching.
Yeah. We only had 3 in. That's what I'm doing on social media.
The old cowboy.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, I was taking one really round.
Tried to win by trying. They didn't just seem to do it if they kept winning. They didn't finish up in second spot. Bernie's got to keep losing. And Bernie's got the toughest run.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Josh. Right from the first 2 minutes, they were big long words between them, they were young people that straight off. Never been controlled. Encouraged, work rate.
They both working with that. Tyler's your brother, isn't he? Lockie, sorry. He comes to join.
Yeah, I know.
How much?
I don't know. Queensland, red man, he's not in jail.
Do you have to do it tomorrow?
He's there. There we go, they call him.
What was he? So when did he make his name?
Labour service, that sort of stuff with the name.
Gav's going back into the
No,
so he's moving to
so you can see him.
Yeah. On a day like today, feels no. Like, people think, oh, 3 k's, that's a long way out.
No, it's not. Not this way. Yeah, no, they're still out there. And there's nothing. Well, they've got fish in it. Nothing to go, no teamwork, no network, a couple, 1 or 2 friends. Need to keep them, they shouldn't be up. Not as a group, not as but they don't knock down in the shower every night when they finish the game of footy, they'll all be pulling the tracksuit bottoms on and gone. They will do. Just young kids. We had their age brackets on them, they do 19. Take Ashley out, Phoebe out. Moore's only 23. Yeah, he's been playing since we don't do one like Moore, we played in the under 23 side, didn't they? You think he's been around forever.
See, even when I played there, that was back to Ned took over.
I think they've got it all right. It's just like Reece Wake's been around for a long time. He's been around for ages.
Welcome back, wherever you may be, to the AFL Tevs live stream from Darryl Baldock Memorial Oval, the Latrobe Recreation Ground, where the Latrobe Demons are taking on the East Devonport Swans in the round 13 fixture, and it's Laycock that gets his kick in the mud pile. For the East Devonport Swans, who are kicking to the left of screen towards half forward. Ball taken there by Woodcock. He comes in looking for Watling. No, in fact, that's Bill Chambers against Laycock. They're wrapped up.
Throwing a bit of mud about the two boys out there.
Just introducing themselves to each other. Lee, down to Warren, back to Lee. Gives it the Ponting, is under a lot of pressure, loses the football. It's going to be East Devonport now. That comes back through Phoebe. Chopped off there by Latrobe. They go wide. They find Scott, Braden Scott. Goes wide. It's got Shearer. Under pressure, taken across the boundary line, across the shoulder according to the umpire. So Madigan gives away the free kick, gives it back to Scott, goes short, good kick. Is that Warren?
I would imagine so.
So we have played 60 seconds, he's got 2 possessions already. Goes wide, it's not a good kick. Rushton's up to the task though. Where's he going? Is he trying to centre it?
I don't know what he done. He panicked a little bit there, Jack, and it's right of the centre, but I reckon the mud might have stuck to his boots.
Yeah, maybe it just come off the instep, and he was actually trying to do the check side, the old boot. No.
Yeah. Finished up out of bounds.
Craig Cross was a good explainer of the banana, the check side.
There's been a lot of good as well before their time. Now it's just a natural kick, isn't it? So
yeah, that's right. Boundary throwing. I'm going to repeat the note. Lee up against Richardson. Ball goes to ground. We're going to get another boundary throw in, have we? I think we are. No, it's actual ball up. So Ackley versus Lee.
Trobe's still got a player behind the, spare man back here. Is about to go to him. There you go. There he is.
Triffett.
Yep.
Nathaniel. Just lived on that wing throughout the course of today's proceedings.
Yeah, in the first half, they was just using that to overlap and run the ball forward. All 3 of them could have marked it there.
Scott gives it across to his teammate there in Bell Chambers or Watling. Bell Chambers across the body. Getting it out. This time was Shearer across the body, but they lose possession. Swans bring it wide. Jumping in front there was Tommy Donald, taking the mark. He goes back towards Freshney. He's a 3-on-1. I tell you what, he might even win this. Paul's going nowhere. The boys are just saying hello to each other. Mr. Leadham and Freshney. Lee, down to Holland, almost.
Got him.
Good tackle. Appleby's lost the football there, I think.
He's quick. Rushton and Ponting. They are quick over that 10 or 15 metres, and they've got you. You think you're clear, and they're quick. We'll see how his kick is this time, eh? See if he's got the mud off his hands or the mud off his boot. He might be struggling for the distance from me.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was in the back of my head. In fact, that was Storen that was chased down there by Rushton. And he's got the distance carry.
Oh, done it easy.
And the accuracy.
Yep.
And that's his first for the game. Deserves one.
Yep.
It's the first for the third term. And they lead now by 122 points. Do the Latrobe Demons against the Swans. But it's taken them almost 4 minutes into the third term to get their first major.
Great inclusion into our league. Rushton and Ponting and Lee and the likes have come down from north, and they've set another bar for them, especially on speed and the will to want to win a ball. Yeah, he started off the first 3 or 4 minutes and it was fairly contested issues down there. They've just got to keep that up. It's going to be tough, and we know that. They've just got to keep working and working. Stop that from happening.
That's right. Ponting tried to feed it out towards Triffett. Jack, he's working hard. Coming through with Storen. He's wrapped up in the tackle by Ponting. And we get another ball up.
So the East players, Xavier, not very old, and they haven't played a lot of footy yet. So there's a lot of learning in them.
So Lee gets it down to Rushton, beats Storen. Good tackle being applied on him by Moore. Moore's got the job right now across half back on his number 4 counterpart. That's Scott. Lee down to Ponting. Ponting's kick, beautiful. To McCross in the 300 gamer. Goes short. And there he is, the man in the boots. Yep. Lockie Warren.
Gee, hasn't he created space and found, just found the end of that ball?
No one on the mark.
No.
What is going on here? It's Devonport. So he runs his full measure. Unfortunately, he's kicked it to the near side. He just laid back on the kick there. Did Lockie Warren. So that's his first blemish today. 3 goals, 1 to his name. Kick in. Poor.
Overkicked it.
McCrossan. So he'll get an opportunity effectively from the same position of what Lockie Warren was. Let's see whether he's a better explainer, Gary.
Sean will do it. I reckon he wants to remember this game. 300 gamer. He's going to be a life member of the league. He's put it straight through the middle.
And that will be, I'd suggest his third. 3 goals, 1 to his name.
It is.
So he'll be at the breakfast, I would imagine, at the end of the year, Gary, if not playing.
He will probably have hopes that he'll be on grand final day playing and not so much at the breakfast. He will do, I reckon. So, but he'll definitely be at the Baldock Medal Day, the MeadCon Ambassador Baldock Medal Day, which is not very far away. Planning's well in the stage with all our ambassadors, and the day of the reward for the players and all their volunteers is coming quickly.
A venue this year, Gary?
Back at the Civic Centre again. Wonderful event last year, and we'll have a few more. And we need that room now at the Civic Centre to fit us all in.
We're talking about Bernie, ladies and gentlemen. If you're looking for a ticket to the Baldock Medal, kick there by Latrobe. Goes towards Smith. Smith to Rushton. Rushton goes towards Freshney. Not a good kick, though. East Devonport are able to repel over the top of Smith's head. And it's now in the hands of Wicks. Wicks looking for... Oh, that's not a bad effort. That's a mark, umpire. That's a terrific mark to Bloor.
And you find when you're not on top of the ladders and you're not playing the real dominant footy, you miss a few of those ones, those free kicks and marks, and sometimes you get, and it's no one's fault. It's just the way it rolls, and
that's right.
That feels cruel for a while.
It certainly does. Just exposes, unfortunately, the negativity that surrounds the team and the players at this point in time. Warren was involved there, on with Ponting, and then they get the ball wide. And it goes towards the goal.
I think he's over the line this time.
Holland was along the goals there.
There's not the speed on the game, and Latrobe got the ball now. They're not really busting out of the blocks like they were in the first half.
No one able to take the ball. Diving on it was Wicks. No, it's not. In fact, it was Leedon. Lee, Ponting, Warren. They're just missing targets too.
Yeah. I wonder whether young Leedham's related to the great Brian Leedham and the Leedham's...
Johnny Leedham and company?
Yep.
Yeah. Where was John from?
I'm not 100% sure.
Was it North Hobart?
Yeah, I think so originally. Oh, good. That's a good palm out, Simon. It just
was Smith. In fact, it was Warren that picked it up to Woodcock, looking for Ponting, taken on, not in possession. Robertson. Ooh, missing the football there was Donald. So East Devonport get their beat to ball. That might have come through more. In fact, it came through Briggs. Taken away though. Cross back, half back by Weeks. Gets it wide to Woodcock. He's enjoying the opportunity here at Latrobe. Finds Robertson. Gives it back.
Use him again on the left.
To Woodcock.
And he goes right.
Donald. Inside forward 50. Just to a pack. Comes out towards Perry, the strong man. As his kick smothered. Goes across the boundary line. We'll do it all again. 130 points the margin. So each of the quarters, 9 goals to Latrobe. We've now played almost 10 minutes, and it's only been the
two goals. Yeah, the sting's gone right out of the game. Right out of the game. It's physically, you can see it physically here quite easy. That East have picked the tempo up a little bit. They're winning a little bit more of the ball than Latrobe are just going through the motions at the moment, which would be annoying for Coach. Coach Ponting, I reckon, he would have wanted to go for the throat. Because these percentage points could mean a lot come down to the last week or two of this roster.
Briggs' kick, chopped off there by Shearer across the boundary line. Boundary throwing, far side of the ground. Lee takes it out of the ruck. Appleby chops in. Rushton applies the tackle. Low another ball up. That was on the big fella, Ackley. Rushton being pushed over there by Phoebe. Ball to ground. Wrapped up in a tackle was Perry. Good tackle by the young fella in Brown. Ponting, Rushton, across the body, in front, diving low, bread and butter.
He didn't have to dive very far. He's not very tall, Xavier. He is so unbelievably balanced, this guy. Young Josh, well, not young Josh Holland, but he is incredibly balanced, so strong in the hips.
Yeah, he was that day, that week, I can tell you right now. I reckon I ate dirt that often.
He's missed it. He shot it off to the right. You put him back a few years ago, he would never miss them.
No, that's true. So, 2 goals, 1 to his name. He'll be a solid contributor to them. Oh, yep. That's a poor kick in. Mark's taken by Freshney. Has the opportunity to have a kick. It's from a very acute angle. I'll take the opportunity, son. This is an opportunity to practice whilst under pressure in game-style situation.
If you can snag these through, it's the difference between winning and losing some days.
That's right.
Holland comes off for a spell.
Walker, his replacement. Lee for Scott.
That's
across the face, I think. Oh no, he splits
got
it.
that.
There you go. That's his 4th. Well done, Jackie Freshney. And during the finals, one would think that pocket there, Gary.
It's a lot of work out, doesn't it?
Yeah, and there'd be a lot of patrons in behind him.
Yep.
So that'll give him a bit of a confidence booster at the back end of the year.
I'm just trying to look through the ladder to see whether Latrobe has the opportunity to make it so they can get a home final. I tell you what, if they can get a home final and get through the first hurdle.
Quarter 4 around the grounds. NTFA 12,880. SFL 9963.
I reckon we better ring Uber see if they'll come and pick David O'Byrne up. I'm sorry, David. I shouldn't make fun of anybody involved in footy. I tell you what, it's not.
Warren to Rushton. Port just chipping in. That's a good mark. It was taken there by East Devonport. Just in front of Ryder Bell Chambers.
Oh, he's called play on.
Play on. Freshney applies the tackle. He gets the ball back. The young man kicks off the instep. That was Leadon. Still gets it past the centre square. Back first was Latrobe through Trefford. They get it wide. It's in the hands of Webb. Webb's kick further afield. Oh, Watling out of the air across the boundary line on the full boundary throw. Not a boundary throw-in, a lasso free kick. And that'll be going to East Devonport's Zach Briggs.
So what time frame was that up?
We're 10 minutes into the third. 10 minutes to go, I think.
Of the third?
No, we're 12 and a half minutes into the 4th term.
Oh, Peter Gutwin he'd be pacing. I wonder whether they're playing the proper time on or go back to 25 and modified time on.
Oh, there'd be he'd have the blue flag out, I would imagine, wouldn't he?
He would be pacing.
Yeah. So, that's in the back. Surely he's given away there by Jack Freshney, and that'll be going to Reece Laycock.
This game's come to a real stalemate, hasn't it? It's just the pressures come on Latrobe, and they're turning the ball over a little bit through no reason, and they need to get above this.
They do indeed. They go wide. Geordie Marshall. Kick. It's taken away by Latrobe. Again, lands in the hands of Warren across the body. To the far side, so it goes across the face of goal.
So East have come out definitely with a higher work rate and work ethic. And have, created a contest, and Latrobe need to come above it because this is finals. What happens in finals footy, and you need to rise. You're not going to be 100 points in front come finals day.
Jesse Inuali kicks the ball after taking the mark down that far side. Triffett takes it away. I think it was Triffett. I can't pick that up. May not have been. No one clean here. Bill Chambers dives on it. Wrapped up in a tackle by a couple of East players was Lockie Warren.
So we've gone 16 minutes. Or 18, 16.
Smith down to Warren, wrapped up in another tackle. Going nowhere. Good pressure applied by Inuali. Free kick going East Devonport's way, surely. So the big fella.
Yep.
That's Lane Taylor. I think it is. And that kick's not a great one. It's taken away by Latrobe. Kick by Flack.
Well read, Reese.
Yep.
Good use of the footy.
Yeah, well done by Latrobe.
Keep running.
Yep. They kicked the ball by Leadham. It's a poor
turnover.
Yep. So poor use. Quick use by Latrobe. Ponting, Flack. All chipping in. Good courage. Appleby. They release it wide. They've got nothing to kick to though. They bring the ball back in towards the centre. Oh, it doesn't hit the target. They put themselves under a lot of pressure. East Devonport. Taylor's working hard.
Give them credit there. There was 3-on-1, 3 East to 1 Latrobe, and it could have worked out. It was just didn't hit the target. At least they're having a go, and they've actually changed from the first half. They're not being dominated as much at the moment.
Ball in the hands of Triffett. Jack across the body. And touched.
Yep.
And one behind.
Well defended.
Ponting unable to take the mark. Brown with him. Then wrapped up in a tackle by Braden Scott. Ball up will be the result. Ponting. And here, punter in the background.
Yeah.
That being his nickname.
Just keeps going, doesn't he? He's looking a bit wore out at the moment. He does cop a lot of attention, Ponty.
Smith. Triffett. Kick chopped off by Moore.
Well done.
Gets it back. Kicks towards centre forward. No one able to take the mark. Resolutely defended by the Demons. Now in the hands of Woodcock, who received it from Webb. His kick towards half forward. Unable to take it was Walker. In the hands of Storen now. Kick short. That's with Hayes.
What's he going to do?
He goes lateral.
Trying to find
to Storen. Storen down the grandstand.
Good stuff.
Good mark. Appleby. Nathan looks further afield, inside forward 50. No mark. Ball comes to ground. Well done by Robertson across the back. Over the top of Wicks. Ball held up. And we'll have another ball up. 139 points the margin in favour of the Latrobe Demons.
Well roved. Well, young fella.
Yeah, Appleby comes across to Hayes, across the body, out of bounds on the full, so it went right across the face. And Triffett brings the footy back in pretty quickly. He's been asked to bring it back.
There you are.
So Nathaniel Triffett, short. Flack, Holland. Goes further afield. Oh, might have been Weeks actually, or was it Watling? That was Harrison Watling.
Dylan Moore there, caught high.
So he will receive the free kick. Will Shearer. Loves the physical stuff as Will. Kicked by Moore. Chopped off. Good mark taken there by Donald. They kick the ball wide. Comes out to Robertson. Robertson's kick. Out to Walker. Oh, goal face. He beckons for Perry. Running back with the flight of the football. That is courage. Good mark. Standing underneath the football. As Taj Taylor come across the top.
Yeah, no.
Might take a fair bit to move, Mitch.
Oh, yeah, no, he's well built. He's a bit solid and, again, close to the ground, but it was a great courage and actually great vision by Kieran Walker there to hook it over his shoulder, didn't go back and think, I'm going to kick this.
So Mitchell Perry. Has he saluted? Just inside. So Mitchell Perry's second for the game. So he's got 2 straight. And we're into the third term now.
Yeah, no, great courage, Mitchell.
So 4 goals, 5 this quarter. So they've had their 9 shots. They just haven't been as...
You'd have nearly looked at, if you thought of, up until that last goal, that East could have won the quarter, not so much on the scoreboard, but on possessions and the way they've worked the game. You'd really give them a tick for this quarter of being the most successful team on the ground, but you lose a couple of goals late in the quarter and all of a sudden the balance goes the other way. But they've done well for the first 20 minutes East.
666 reminder there. So warning's been given to East Devonport. Lee Ponting has a bounce, kicks to a leading forward. And is that Scott? It is.
Yes, Braden. He looks like he's really trimmed up over the last few weeks. There's nothing on his legs. He looks an absolute athlete, Braden.
He's pretty happy with his work. Well done, Braden. He kicks his first for the game. 1 goal, 1 to his name.
The floodgates could open up, Xavier, now. I think East have battled for 23 minutes and could be a flurry of goals here in the next 5 or 6 minutes, which would be a shame because East actually, I thought, give them a lot of credit for this quarter so far.
Yeah, have been much more competitive right around the ground. But as you mentioned, Gary, I reckon that momentum stop being the half-time siren, that impacted on both teams' capacity to be as fiery as the start of the second half.
Yep, good handball out of the centre.
By Storer to his teammate out in that far wing. Unfortunately, that's been chipped off there by Triffett.
And that's just size there, nothing else, size and a bit of use of the ball.
Goes short. Wide, good mark. Watling comes back and across. Woodcock.
Keep the pressure on him.
Goes short to Triffett. He'll go further across the field and find Weeks.
Now they've got a bit of structure again, Latrobe. They're stretching them out.
Yeah, this is a better style.
Turnover there. Yep.
By foot. And Laycock takes the mark.
It's their opportunity to get a goal here, East.
The kick goes wide. The mark has been taken. I think that's lane. Number 15 or 19? 15.
That's Leo Wicks, is it? Or
and
not?
it might be Leo. I think it is.
It's
16.
16.
So it's Bloor. Sebastian Bloor.
He's touched the ball quite often. He's in underneath the ball. You've called his name a fair bit actually today, Xavier. So it's not a good angle to kick from.
No. So percentages of this being their first major?
Not very high.
No. Push off the ball there by Shearer. Not happy with whatever's going on. Kick to the goal square. No mark
over
for
the
the
back.
players at the back. Latrobe use the football. Get it out wide. There's Woodcock. Turns it back in. Gets it to Warren. Warren feeds it further afield by hand. Teammates up to the task. That being Webb. Back to Warren. Oh, that kick though, not great. In fact, it was Woodcock. Good chip. Chipping in there was Will Shearer. Finds Rushton. Goes to Warren. McCrossan. Scott.
This is training.
Watling. Has missed to the near side.
That was the training run up through the centre of the ground there from defence to scoring opportunity. And East actually could have scored themselves.
Briggs. Inuali. And that's a poor execution of the kick there. He was looking for Phoebe. Doesn't get it. They bring the ball in. Latrobe. Holland.
Oh, saved by the siren.
Yeah, gives it to Woodcock, and that's right on the siren at three-quarter time. It's 23-17. 155. 152 points in arrears. Didn't score that quarter. East Devonport, so 3 behinds. They kicked 5 goals, 6 that quarter with the Latrobe Demons after 9-6 and 9-5 respectively in the first 2 quarters. So 36 points they added to the margin, and their goal scorers are as follows: 4, Jack Freshney; 3, apiece to Lockie Warren, Jack Triffett, Sean McCrossan; 2 apiece to Josh Holland, Kieran Walker, Mitchell Perry, and single goal kickers Braden Scott, Jack Rushton, Joseph Robertson, Ryder Bellchambers. And quick synopsis of the third term between the East Devonport Swans and Latrobe Demons. Gary Carpenter.
Yeah, because I think that instead of the last 5 or 6 minutes there, I would have given East a really big tick for their turnaround, the way they applied themselves to try and win some respect here at this ground today, because they've been completely outclassed in the first half. It was only the last 5 or 6 minutes Latrobe really did break free with any distinction. So East keep up that work, and we'll see how you go in the last quarter, but it's going to be a tough last quarter. They need to take that back out on the ground for the last quarter. Latrobe are just incredible the way they're going. They're just unbelievable. They just keep popping up, and we're talking them down. They've had 9-10 shots at goal, basically, and we think they've had an ordinary quarter. Well, they have done to the first half, but, gee, it's been impressive today to watch them today, the way they've run and moved. It'll be interesting to see how they play this last quarter out. Will they take some of their big players off and give them a spell? Will they just keep running it out and try and get another 50 points? We don't know. Bailey Woodcock that quarter, I thought he was a standout. Xavier crossing that far wing. He was allowed to run and do what he wanted to do, and done it easy and done it well. Warren's still great. You still get the same ones, the goal kickers are still there, Freshney and the likes, and Kieran Walker and Triffett. Warren, as I said before, Mitchell Perry pops up with a couple, so they've just got so many options at present. East, Finn Storen, Nathan Appleby pops up and down more. There's an odd one or two, and the guys in the ruck, they're up against the Giant today, and you give them credit for keep working. You've just got to give them effort. A lot of credit for keep working. They need to do that. The season's coming to an end, so let's hope East can finish this quarter off and get a goal on the board.
We talk about effort. We hope that East are able to continue to show it towards the back end of this match in the final quarter. Well, the SFL have shown it in the last quarter, Gary. You're not going to believe this. That three-quarter time was NTFA 11-8-74. SFL were 8-8-56. So they're 18 points in the rears. And we are 27, almost 28 minutes into the final term. It is now 12-8-80, the NTFA. They have only scored 1 goal in that final term so far. 15-9-99. The SFL. So Peter Gutland might be doubled over. One would think.
Yeah.
So David O'Byrne will be reasonably happy, one would think.
He will turn around and smile going home, and he'll probably hear some of this somewhere. But one thing about the rep footy, it brings out the best in everybody, and whether you're a supporter, footballer or chair of the league or trainers, the fun that you can have between the leagues is incredible, and the players do all the work, and we just reap the benefits on the other side.
And we certainly do.
But we're still the best team in the state.
That's all that matters, Gary.
That's all that matters.
That's right. When it comes to around the grounds, in round 13 of the NWFL men's senior competition, on the Harcourt scoreboard over at Penguin, it is 4-12-36 the Penguin 2 Blues, 49 points in arrears at three-quarter time with the Bernie Dockers 11-19-85, and we suspected that would be the case, Gary, today. So games are going the way in which we would think they would have throughout the course of today's proceedings in round 13 of the NWFL men's senior competition. We're going to take a quick break while we've got that opportunity. 152 points in arrears, East Devonport Swans. We'll be back for the last quarter. Feel free to join us on AFL Taz live stream.
Yeah, nobody ran with me. So where are you heading to on the boat?
Full Creek.
Scratch there.
Your wife keeps going to game and both at home.
Yeah, right. How long for? I've drove, I've never skied, I've drove up through here, I think, in the summertime. Yeah. Never been into the lodges or anything.
Welcome back wherever you may be. It's the AFL Taz live stream of the round 13 fixture between the Latrobe Demons and the East Devonport Swans. And it's Lee that does a big thumping fist. Unfortunately, it wasn't to the advantage of his teammate there in Rushton.
I wonder what Ponting would have said to him at three-quarter time. What he really wanted to get out of this last quarter is it keep East Devonport goalless,
Yeah, possibly.
and we kick 10, or
And extend that margin up to around about 200 points, I would imagine. Wrapped up in a tackle. Losing the footy was Madigan. They use it. McCrossan across the bell chamber, steps the tackler. Shot on goal. That's his third, I think.
Yep.
Or second, I should say. One in the second, one in the fourth. That's a good start. I think you're spot on, Gary.
I reckon that's what he's done, because they've definitely started quicker than what they did the last quarter.
So that margin now out to 158 points. Bell Chambers receiving that from McCrossan. Steps a couple of tacklers.
Yeah.
And Julie salutes.
It's the sun's gone down, Xavier. It's cooling off. Lee again. I mean, what have we got here?
And free kick to Ponting. Now to Triffett, Jack. Good mark taken there by McCrossan, the 300 gamer. Waste no time looking for Freshney. Unable to take the mark over the back. Latrobe.
Swinging
tackle, given away. Not happy. Or was a free?
No,
was a goal been given? It was holding the ball. So Freshney comes up with the goal, I think. And we'll check it out on the Terry White Kembart replay screen. Tackle Incorrect disposal. Goes to Freshney, and Freshney gets his fifth.
Yep.
So, ball back into the middle. There's 2 goals in quick succession. We haven't even played 2 minutes, Gary.
Yeah, it's changed, isn't it? Very quick. At a test. Moving the ball again now. Lee again will dominate this bounce, and we'll see where he puts it. See Rushton's over the back on his own.
Going through. Lee just taps it by foot. And there's Triffett, overruns it. Nathaniel. Ponting dives back. Holds up East Devonport. Nice player getting up off the ground.
Mitch Phoebe, wasn't it?
It was indeed. Goes up and gets
kick.
the football. Free kick being given away by Ackley. And it's going to Lee.
Just a bit of frustration there from Simon.
Lockie Warren.
Yep.
He'd have his hands imprinted on the football today.
I think so. He's had an outstanding day.
Jack Triffett. Bell Chambers just reads the play, runs into an open goal, gets his third. Just fronts and centre, doing the basics, doing them well, and then taking his opportunity. 3 goals, 1 to his name, 2 on the final term, Gary Carpenter.
Yeah, it's the time for him to shine, isn't it? And actually stamp a spot for himself. And that was exceptionally of an experienced quality player, the way he played that. Young rider, he could be playing in senior finals and keep up that form. Keep some pressure on the other players. Latrobe are on their merry way and it could blow out. Could be looking at 200 points plus at the moment.
While they've got an influx of a couple of 3 or 4 senior players into this side, Gary, they've actually got quite a bit of depth when it comes to the younger components of the side that have a bit of senior experience.
Yeah, they have. They've probably got more than a lot of other clubs, and they've probably got more than what clubs anticipate they've got, actually. And they've got a good under-16 side. They've got quality there. And yeah, they've got those odd 1 or 2 just poking their hands up.
Rushed to Walker. Walker, top of the goal square. Laid back on it. Across into the opportunity. Head over it is Freshney. Feeds the footy out. There's Rushton. Storen. Rushton. And according to the umpire, he didn't have possession. I'm not sure what he was saying. The football's the same colour as his jumper, I think, Gary.
Yeah.
I think it might have got caught up in that.
I was looking at some other things. I was just thinking of the players that Trove have got out that are, Cohen Jeffrey will be back next week. Carter, Cooper Bentley, some talls.
Yep.
Real Bradshaw. There's some players, quality players not playing footy.
That's right. And Logan Bissett, another one of those. So good mark. Going back with a flight, that's young Leo Wicks.
Yeah, good mark.
Kick though, not great. So Blake Weeks is able to release by hand to Rushton, to Triffett, to Woodcock. Into this chain of handballs to Scott. Goal beckons here. Getting back on the last line of defence was Ackley. Wrapped up in a tackle. Will the tackler be rewarded? Yes, he will.
He was. There's 2 of them there. I don't know who's going to get the ball. You wanted to see East take that game on, though, and play on. And I think they just continually need to do that. Play on, and just try and create opportunity for one another and everybody keep on the move.
This is what you want to see too, though, Gary, from the full forward. So young Jack Freshney, feeling a bit of cramp too. Showing some good defensive prowess there, some endeavour. And there was a good tackle on Taj Taylor. Wasn't a good purchase on the football. That's Warren though, isn't it?
Yep. Green boots.
Across his body.
Field day today, Lockie. Absolute field day.
So, that'll be his 4th. 4 goals, 2 to his name. And that margin, that goes out to...
Close to 180, is it?
Yeah, very close, 176. 176 points, the margin, 27-17, 179, plays at 3 behinds.
When you think of the Baldock medal coming up, the Meadcon Baldock medal, you're thinking, you look at a game today, how how do you find the 3 voter? Like it's there's so many
That's true.
many players.
Lee, Ponting, Rushton, McCrossan, Short. Well, I'm not sure where he's kicking to there.
No.
He's not Gadget. He's Dutchy.
He's given a little bit there, caught behind.
So at least have the football.
Coming in.
Transfer it wide. Taylor. His kick. It's just up and under. Is under pressure. No mark. Moore goes towards Shearer. Then Shearer brings him down. So Moore and Shearer.
It's ball.
And it is a hit. It's holding the football. It's against Woodcock. And the free kick will be taken there by Sonny Leader.
He's had a touch or two today and created some effort. Oh.
Shearer over the top with the fist. Briggs. Boundary thrown will be the result right in front of the commentary position. Jerry on the camera. Done a fantastic job today, as Jerry. It's starting to get rather frosty.
Yeah, I'm going to say his fingers are starting to fill. I reckon they're going blue, aren't they? Well, look at him.
What toes are. Ponting, Trifford, Nathaniel Variety. Mark, no.
Ooh.
Smith, doubles up. Free kick. It's going the opposite way. And then it'll be going to Moore.
There'd be some sore bodies here today because the first half was really fast-paced from Latrobe. And the second half has been a closer contest and a lot more physical.
Moore's kick. Finds the intended target. Phoebe.
Oh, use the handball. Well done.
Moore. Kick. Got to get rid of it. Good pressure applied there by Woodcock. They follow up. They get the boot to ball. They come off Briggs, but it'll be a massive free kick. Oh, to come off Latrobe.
It come off...
no, it didn't. It come off East Devonport.
East Devonport.
Yep. So, taking the free kick would be Will Shearer. He's got Trifford short. That's where he goes. Oh, he's got to do a bit of work. Doesn't quite get up.
Come on, East. Shouldn't Barrack, should we?
Over to his teammate. That was Creeley. Loses possession. Latrobe now have got it. Woodcock. Out to Donald. Wider still. Watling. Brings it inboard. Woodcock. Lockie Warren. Big Smith.
Too far out.
Had Lockie Warren to go to.
Yep.
Top of the goal square is the destination.
Oh, another big fella. He's got it again.
That's it. The lanky Jack Freshney. And look at the calves.
Yeah.
You're working overtime at the moment.
We'll have to question. You don't see many full forwards going down with the cramp, Xavier. We'll have to question his fitness when you're talking to him.
Well, it reminds me of Nick Barnes, really. Nick Barnes used to do a lot of that. Oh, crikey. Couldn't touch his toes.
He's got another one.
There he goes. That'll be his sixth, I imagine. Yep. So, 2 in this final term. 28-17 at 185. Plays East Devonport 3 behinds. It's 182 the margin. 200 points. He's definitely in the reckoning.
Yep.
Because we've only played, Gary, 10 minutes. Not even 11 in the final term.
Just quarter to quarter, and the Latrobe have brought speed back on the game. They're prepared to move it on, and you know, this young fella standing or down in front of us here in this centre wing, number 11, and young Barty Woodcock in this last quarter and a bit. Gee, as he got hold of the footy a lot and started to run and changing angles when he gets the ball.
Talking about angles, they're working in overtime, but it was Storen that wins it in out of the middle. Oh, good mark in front.
Let's go back and see if we can get the distance. No,
yeah, he's going to play on. There's an opportunity to get first major for these Devonport Swans. It'll be young Mr. Hayes. They'll be having some heavy legs,
Yep.
one would think. He's made the distance, but not the accuracy, and Hayes has kicked his first minor for the day. That comes in the fourth term, so they've got 3 behinds, plus 1 rushed.
Rushed and tucked it under the arm and thought he was a rugby player. I think he was going to go for a run.
There's Jackie Triffitt. Oh, he takes them on all too easily, gets onto his favourite side, finds Kieran Walker. He's going towards Freshney, or is it McCrossan? McCrossan in front. McCrossan takes the mark. If he's quick and get it to Smith, he's in the goal square 1-on-1. Look at the line advantage there, Gary.
Yeah, 2 foot difference there, easy. I reckon Sean's thinking my 300th game, I've got the right to do what I want to do.
Well, he thought about ponting.
Yep.
He now goes around and then gets some distance on the footy. It gets touched on the line, unfortunately.
The big fella touched it, I reckon, too, didn't he?
Yeah, that's the 5th rush behind for the Demons today. They move to 28-18. Plays 4 behinds, 182 points the margin.
Well done, boy.
Yeah, that was Lane Taylor. Fed it back to Moore. Moore's kick goes wide. Will Shearer then flies the tackle. The Shepherd gives it to Triffitt. Nathaniel Triffitt. That's an interesting aspect of how to kick on your non-dominant side. Gives it to Rushton. Rushton to Ponting. Ponting goes short. Who's that?
That's Mitch, isn't it?
It is too. Big Perry. Oh, too easy.
Yeah.
300 gamer. I'll put this one down, Gary.
I think we'll chalk this one down, Sean. He'll talk about this at the when he retires at the 200 Club breakfast today. I reckon this will be a day of conversation.
He's 300th.
Yeah.
Sean McCrossan.
Oh, poster. That's the 4th poster for the day.
Wow. He's got 3 goals, 1 to his name.
And you can hear down below there's someone who must be his wife or partner or something. Get him off.
Bloor. Bloor's got the footy in the hands. Need the lights on here. It's getting dark. What are you doing, Mr. Bloor? Kicking off the instep now, under pressure, turning the footy over. Good mark taken by Robertson. Goes short. Scott.
I haven't seen Joseph Robertson play much footy, Xavier, but he's touched the ball quite a lot today and actually been a handy defender.
Warren to Ponting, and they go short. Is that Rushton?
That's Rushton. He's away.
Look at him. Reminds me of Green. Jack Green.
He's kicked the goal.
And he's kicked the goal. You're going to get the advantage?
Yep.
So Jackie Rushton kicks the goal. Deserved goal. He's had a good game. So there's 2 goals, 1 to his name, and then both of those are coming in the second half.
Again, the stamina of these boys, of these on-ballers. Not a lot of change, not a lot of rotation. Just continues on and on and on and on.
189 being the margin. So 29-19, 193. Plays 4 behinds.
Yeah,
That might come back to bite them though in the back half of the year, Gary. In particular when it comes to finals. Some other teams are able to...
Yeah, have some rollovers and some rotations, I know, but they're not carrying any weight there. Just incredible today.
Oh, good mark. Good kick by Triffitt. Mark is taken there by Bell Chambers. Plays on, goes to the open goal square. That's a good looking kick.
That's a great goal, right?
That's his third in this term. Takes him to 4. The 200-point margin is right on at the moment, Gary.
Yeah.
So they've gone to 199 versus 4. So next goal wins.
Yeah, that was a great goal. And that was a kid full of confidence. The way he marked and turned around and said, I'm gone, and gone. A beautiful kick out. Kick in there to 40-plus metres.
And Freshney's come off and Big Lee's gone down to the goal square.
Yep. Yeah, there's an odd 1 or 2 coming off now. I don't know whether the big fella in Alex would like to line up for goal, would he?
Well, it's a long way out.
Yeah.
Don't have to think about things. Ball goes Devonport. Inside, forward 50. That came through the services of Wicks. But it's all Demons in the back half there. It's in the hands of Weeks. Weeks looks pretty confident, feels it, hits Dutchy Holland. Wouldn't have worn a number that heavy before, would he? That'd be about his weight when he was born, 59 kilos.
Yep.
He was that barrelly. Ball's in the hands now of the Demons across half forward.
Woodcock.
Woodcock all by himself. Not sure who that kick came from. I think it might have been Watling. It was all too easy down that far side. They just transferred the play and away they went.
Good use to start it off with from Holland, down through. When they move the ball quick, they do look bloody. They look good.
They do.
I shouldn't have used that word, but they do look good.
Yep. So Bailey Woodcock's first, and he has been the conduit across that midfield, in particular, that's sitting out on the wing throughout the course of the first half. Now playing a little bit across half forward, I think.
Yes, his game's really come up to a high. And it has.
So 31-19 at 205. They now lead by 201 points, Gary. These Devonport 4 behinds. We have coming up to the 18-minute mark of the final term.
Might have 8 or 9 minutes to go.
We've now kicked 8 goals, 2 in the final term.
Again.
200-point margin in the reckoning. Smith back to Ponting. Holland. Stepping in was Warren. Warren takes the shot on goal. Splits the middle. Lockie Warren. That's his 5th, Gary.
Yep.
Good luck giving the 3-2-1 today for Mead Con.
Dear oh dear, I wouldn't want to be the umpires today trying to find how do you split them?
Well, that's 9 goals this quarter. 9 goals 2.
They're dominant at the moment. It's not so much that it's the dominance, the way they're going about it. They are just taking the game on, getting the ball. It's natural. They just don't have to think. It flows. They remind you a bit of watching Devonport when Devonport are really, really on song. They just do it so easy.
I haven't seen East Devonport much this year as the ball gets tapped down to Smith to Holland. He loses possession. They give it up, then they try to fight it back. It's their own teammates fighting over the ball for the Demons there. One of them being Triffett. Smith go up against Ackley. Ackley wins it down. Ponting's first there, gives it out to Jack Triffett. He feeds it by hand back to Smith, who's then taken in a tackle before he had released the ball. And so he now releases the ball by foot as Jack Triffett, as something has fallen down behind us here. It's in the hands of Watling. Harry Watling comes back towards Webb. Webb's kick.
Good mark.
Right at Belchamps. He's had a good last quarter.
Yeah.
That's
straight
smart
away.
football. Yeah, and moves the footy wide and back towards the centre. Perry's the target. Wraps him up in a tackle. Holland gets across to assist. 2 on 4. 2 Demons, 4 Swans. Demons are holding the footy up. Cross half forward. Good pressure by the forwards there for the Latrobe Demons. 2-11 plays 4. 207 points the margin. Lee takes it out of the ruck. Throws it onto the boot. Walker gets his handball away. Moore. East Devonport release it. By foot. Comes back towards Webb. Wrapped up in a tackle. And a ball up will be the result. 32-19 to 11. Plays 4 behinds. We've played 21 minutes into the final term. 9 goals kicked this quarter. We're looking at 27-28 minutes again. East Devonport. Moore tries to feed it out. Good tackle applied by Holland.
No.
Is that too high?
No, it's holding ball up.
Ball up. I was on Briggs.
Still calling to do whatever. Yep.
Woodcock goes wide. The kick was to the advantage of his teammate. Unable to take it. That was being Watling. So he's Devonport. try to pounce upon it. Watling pounces upon them. Is that holding the football, umpire? No. Umpire says, I'll have it. And starts to make his way across the field.
Sprint across and throw it up. It's the connection on Latrobe today that's impressed me, Xavier, more than anything else, that understanding where they go when they get the ball, where to put it.
Good shape, good width.
Yep. Yeah.
Their voice has been good. Their positioning in and around the stoppage work. Back to Moore.
Someone told me earlier in the season that Ponting had a game plan and it would take some time to get it implemented, and I think it's probably shown out today. Now they see it today and they look back over this, and now we've got to replicate it against the better sides.
Smith knocks it down. Tackle by Watling. Applied on Phoebe. We'll do it all again. Yeah, I saw them against Wynyard here, and they were good against Wynyard.
Yep.
With regards to that, Wynyard got out to an early lead, but then they just continued to peg them back and peg them back and peg them back, and ended up taking the chocolates. Ponting will receive the free kick. Wastes no time, brings it inboard. Guess who? Lockie Warren. He goes further inboard, finds Treffett. Jack variety. Jack, short, good lead. Is that Walker?
Yes, it must be a different forward. And when he came out, I thought, he's back on our tall full forward. But it's young Kieran, I reckon. Yep. Left footer. I nearly chalked this one down, I think, Kieran.
You read my mind. Walker. Got 2 to his name. There you go, Gary. He's made the umpire do some work. Oh, he's missed.
He pulled it across the other side.
Too far.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
I don't reckon it's going to worry him too much tonight. They probably won't remember how many points they kicked.
Well, think about it, Gary. 32-20. They could be up by almost 300 points. So Walker gives the footy back up again. Holland
that's
comes in
fierce.
solid. Moore's got it now. That was on Leadham.
That's some intensity there.
Yeah, it certainly is. Smith wants the football, but I think he's given away the free kick.
Yep.
The free kick will be going to Madigan. Feeds the ball back to Moore. Draws a kick. Comes in towards Leadham. Leadham plays on. Shares it. With Taylor, hands it straight to Woodcock. That's a poor execution himself. And they take a mark on the last line. This time it's in the hands of Taj Taylor. Taylor goes short, wide, out towards Appleby. Appleby's kick. That's Storing it. No, it might be. I can't quite pick up who that player is out there.
Yeah, no, it's getting dark quick, isn't it?
Yeah, that's Storing now. Storing's got the football. Goes back across the goal towards Moore. They're trying to utilise and hold possession. They've done that well so far. Shipton out the other side.
Yep.
He feeds it by hand back to Moore. Under pressure. Which is kicked right. It's not too bad.
Yeah.
It's in the hands of Briggs. No, not Briggs. Brown. Brown goes towards Briggs, but Briggs wasn't even looking at the footy. Anyway, it's in the hands of Rushton. Back to Ponting. Ponting got told by Rushton to go further afield to Watling. Under pressure. Almost had his head taken off. Follows up with a great tackle. And the umpire says, I'll have it. And we'll do a ball up.
See, he's changed the direction of that footy right from the scoreboard across to the grandstand side, and had 4 or 5 possessions, good possessions in a row, one after the other, and when you get to the forward line, it turns over there, which is where it fell down today.
Free kick coming back. And Watling, I think, might have given the free kick away. Or is it going to Latrobe further down the ground? It is. Not sure what it was for.
Yep. Creeping through, it'll be
ball up.
Not far from siren time.
No, we're up to 26 minutes. No one able to take it cleanly. Then it comes out to Scott, to Ponting. Ponting inside forward 50. Good mark. Taken there by Geordie Marshall. He goes wide. Out towards, I think that might have been Shipton. Shipton short. Now towards Madigan. Madigan goes further down the field. He doesn't have possession, surely, umpire. And so the free kick will go to Latrobe. And waste no time. Coming back in towards Lockie Warren. Why not? So Lockie Warren shows him the football with his left hand, throws it onto the right boot and finds... Is that Freshney? Is that a mark or he's been held?
Yeah, been held, I reckon, and a mark.
And we're up to the 26.5 minute mark, 27.5 minute mark of the final term. Could be the final shot on goal, Gary.
Yep.
Or he's choosing not to. He's gone short.
Oh.
Mark not taken there by Woodcock. Take your shot on goal, Jack. That's just... As a full forward, that's what you need to do.
A bit of extra... training confidence there. If he could have slotted that one late in the game.
Yeah, those twigs too, mate. He might need to do a bit of work in the gym. The Freshney gyms there are available for him as well, just over the back. Tap down, touchy Holland, doesn't quite get there, and it goes through for another rush behind. That is the 6th rush behind of the day, 2 on the final term.
And the position of Dutchy there was incredible, wasn't it? The old style rover sitting over the back.
That's it. He goes short. It's over to Storer now by hand. He goes cross towards Moore. Moore feigns a handball, then gets his boot to it.
Well done. That's
almost. Not quite. Taken there by Briggs. He gets it back, gives it back towards Storer, and that's the final siren. And it's 32-21. 213?
209. 209 points the difference, Xavier.
That's it. And then 4 behinds East Devonport Swans in that final term. They kicked 9 goals, 4 in the final term. And 209 points being the difference. Our goal scorers for the Latrobe Demons today, Gary, are as follows as the theme song for the Latrobe Demons rings true out on the ground at Devonport Oval, Latrobe Recreation Ground. So, leading goal kicker today was Jack Freshney with 6. 5 went to Lockie Warren, and then we had 4 to Ryder Bellchambers. 3 to Jack Trefford, also to Sean McCrossan in his 300th, and then 2 goals each to Josh Holland, Kieran Walker, it's Sean McCrossan, Mitchell Perry and Jack Rushton, and single goal scorers Braden Scott, Bailey Woodcock in the final term, Joseph Robertson, and that rounds out the goal scorers for Latrobe. And it's a clean sheet for these Devonport Swans, Gary Carpenter. Well, I'd love to get your synopsis of the match and your 3-2-1, and I'm guessing all of those will be coming from Latrobe Demons.
I tell you what, I might shock you, I don't know, but it's going to be the difficult job of the day to try and split these votes out. Where do we start? We know where East are at, and it's no good saying one thing and meaning another, and it's completely physically dominated, size and everything else today, and quality on the ground. Again, you give respect to East. They keep turning up. They have 3 teams today. I've filled the 3 of them, and they keep rocking up every Saturday. They know what they want to do. They've got a plan. They just want a time to see it through, and some of these young guys, they've got football in them, and they'll grow into football. Well, Sean McCrossan's 300th game day, going to be a life member. I think they're all gathering down there to cheer him off the ground, which is an excellent thing, Xavier.
Hopefully we'll get that. Hopefully we'll get that on the
got that on
the camera.
Dutchy, I can't see the other guy on the other side, carting Sean off. And to tell you the truth, you play 300 games, 20 plus years of footy at this level, with everything else, and you come up to a day like today as Jackie Rushton was the other player there carting him off. That's a great day for Sean. Kicked his a couple of 3 or 4 goals and had an impact on the day. Latrobe, they've been impressive today. You can only play what's on the field, but it's the way they went about their business. It's their structure they had set up. They stayed with the plan. No one was hungry. They shared the footy. They worked for one another. And they kept the pressure on. And that's all you can ask. And, you've got a 200-point victory. Votes. Well, I think I've got to stick with 3. I'm always go to the top to the 3-1. Lockie Warren, I think he was a standout all day, and his work ethic today and work rate was just non-stop. I give a bit of grace because he probably never had some opposition, but he made the most of that opportunity, and he was dangerous. He was absolutely dangerous. Used the ball really, really well, apart from a couple of turnovers and mistakes. other than that, he nearly had a clean sheet today. So Lockie Warren would get my 3 votes. I've got to give the 2 to Jack Freshney as a youngster coming up through the ranks. He's a tall, lanky boy. He's not a lot of power in his legs. Presented well. You know, he could have had... he's had 10, 11 shots at goal and sprayed a couple. It never made the distance. He could have had a great impact on the day and built up some confidence come finals time. And I go to 1... Look,
I'm interested here, Gary.
Yeah, I know. You'll look at me. And you look at Lee, you look at the coach, and look at everybody else. And I tell you the one that did impress me and changed his game from the first quarter on. I'm going to give 1 vote to young Bailey Woodcock, because it's easy to stay in the mould you're in on a day like today and just dodge your way through the game. But I reckon his last 3 quarters were outstanding. His work rate, his ethic, the prepared to run. Yeah, he turned the ball over a couple of times, but you want to see players really finish the game off and improve from the first quarter. And young Barty today, I thought he was a standout in the last half. Absolutely gathered possessions at will. And but you could have used 6. Who would you give 1 vote to? X?
Oh, I thought maybe Jackie Rushton, Jackie Triffett might have been up there as well. I thought he had a terrific game out on the wing. And yeah, one you forgot to mention, but does get a lot of accolades, that being the coach, Joshy Ponting.
Oh, yeah.
His work in particular in concert with Alex Lee was outstanding.
I reckon Ponting would probably pull the 3 votes in the paper and everywhere else, I reckon.
Yeah, so maybe. So happy to share them around. But Lockie Warren, 3 votes. Jack Freshney, 2. Bailey Woodcock gets the 1. Around the grounds at Penguin, in the round 13 fixture, it was a 48-point margin there. 4-13-37, the Penguin 2 Blues, hosting the Burnie Dockers, 11-19-85. So the Dockers are going on their merry way. They jumped to within 1 game of Devonport on top spot. As I mentioned here, it was 209 points the margin, 32-21, 213 Latrobe Demons, 4 behinds at East Devonport. The most important game going on today, Gary, was the representative match in the AFL Tasmania Representative Series, and it was the NTFA holding a lead of 18 points or 17 points at 3-quarter time. They kicked 1 goal for in the final term. The SFL have stormed home 16-9, 105, 23-point victors over the NTFA, 12-10, 82. And 1 would fill for the former Premier.
Yes, and I reckon the coaster in Coach Probert absolutely brought the whip out probably at 3-quarter time, I reckon, to get them cracking and change like that. But one thing I will say today, Xavier, I watched Latrobe last week at Penguin in an unbelievable contest between the 2 teams. Totally different Latrobe side today.
Really?
Incredible the way they played today. Penguin outmarked them last week, and just totally different the way when they got possession of the ball today. Latrobe went bang. They wanted to get a goal, and their connection, their understanding was impeccable today.
It's interesting. I mean, I've found them very similar to the GWS in the AFL this year. They've been a bit of an enigma against sides that are lower than them. Today is obviously an exception with regards to that. One would expect them to win anyway, but they've done it, and they've done it well. They've rebounded back with regards to that. But against the better opposition, they've actually showed some real fight and endeavour. Not only that, I think their structure, as you've mentioned, throughout and the way in which they want to play, is going to put them within the realm of striking distance and maybe causing an upset. Yeah,
this could have been the best thing that could have happened for them. They have confidence now in what the coach is trying to implement and put in place, the plan and their game plan. Every player can say, okay, if we get hold of this footy and we move at the right speed or right pace or whatever, it will give us a result. And it showed that the day where last week they couldn't do that. So a day like today, coming in the finals, a couple of tough games now in the wrap up to the roster, it puts them in a pretty good spot. They could get in the 3rd spot, get a double chance.
What an exceptional turnaround. Well done to the committee at Latrobe Football Club. So with Big Hawk and company organising some changes for season 2026 and beyond. A big thank you to Jerry on the camera here with us today. He's a little bit fresh.
His hands are cold.
Yeah, they're looking a bit white. Like my toes at the moment. A big thank you to Ash too back down in the studio. For those of you that joined us in the live stream, a big thank you. We enjoy the opportunity to be able to present some of the best football in the state played here in the Northwest. Thank you, Gary, for making the effort to come and join us here at Latrobe today. We look forward to next week.
Yep.
And the final, how many rounds? Is it 4 rounds?
4 rounds to go, basically. There's a bit of a split one there and thereabouts. We've got to get that right. But it's been great to be here today. It was an unbelievable day weather-wise, and to see Sean play his 300th game. And as I said before, you know, it's a big effort to be able to get them games up over your lifetime and then to become a life member of your league. That's an incredible effort and so much deserved. And Latrobe have got 3 players, Woodcock, Jeffries, now McCrossan, as life members.
Congratulations, boys, and well done, Sean, for joining that particular trio. On behalf of Gary, myself, Jerry and Ash back in the studio, thanks for joining us on AFL Taz live stream. We look forward to catching you next week.